country end up like Florida and Texas. You want it to be more like California, don't you? No,
No, we don't.
no,
You know,
don't.
no. The California commies, baby. No.
And I think I messaged. I said, if California's so great, how come people are leaving in droves?
Yeah,
Right?
You know,
absolutely.
they're leaving. They're not coming back, and they're not coming in. They said, I think it was last year, for the first time, California had net growth. You know, because normally, yeah,
Well, that's what happens when you fill your state full of illegals. You know, what can I say? California with their craziness, with the doctors now being limited to what they can discuss over the COVID. And as we went live here, we were discussing how it's pretty sad that YouTube locally is playing the local government ads now, because I had one for piece of shit Todd Young, and I'm like, I don't know, you know, anybody in office now should be removed because none of them has done fuck all to stop Biden, and nobody did the right thing when Trump was in office. So they can all fuck off. But to start the show off, we do have this, although I do apologize for all the bullshit hashtags because it ruins the photo, but it is pretty funny.
We're getting lit tonight! And here we see a pretentious stuck-up buck. Propel the vessel, peasant! Propel! We're getting lit tonight! And here...
That was for Parrot Head, especially because of the parrot, and, you know,
Parrot.
Messed up, guts too. So yeah, and then we've got a couple things here. This one is hilariously done proper. It's a movie that we all need to support and go see. Titanic, done in 2022. I mean, this is just epic. This is a movie I think we all need to go see in theaters, and this is why.
Ready to go? Should we love the women and children first?
No, men and children first.
Excuse me, sir. It's 2022, Private. A woman can handle a sinking ship just as well as a man can. And if you don't think so, you're a misogynistic asshole stuck in 2008. Yes, sir.
This was probably one of my most favorite videos of the year. It was well done. It was fantastic. It went viral. I had to repost again because it is that good. So enjoy.
My God. Captain, the lifeboats are ready to go. Should we load the women and children first?
No, men and children first.
Excuse me, sir. It's 2022, Private. A woman can handle a sinking ship just as well as a man can. And if you don't think so, you're a misogynistic asshole stuck in 2008. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, for the time being, I am requiring men and children only.
Are you kidding?
2022, this is what you wanted. You wanted to be treated equal to men? Well, this is how men are treated.
No, we don't. We just say that half the time. We don't actually believe in it.
Yeah, we do. Come on, we're just as capable as men are.
Shut up!
Do you think I could open the door?
It's 2022, Rose. I wouldn't want to imply that you can't handle ice cold water the same way a man could.
I'm dying, Chuck.
I love 2022.
Where's that at? I got to find that. I got to send that out to other people.
That is. Yeah, well, you know, as he said, that's what they wanted.
Yeah,
There you go.
they wanted it.
I shared the link in the chat, so there's a direct link to it on Facebook. It's on YouTube. It's pretty much everywhere. I think Kai showed it to us last night. It was on Instagram or something, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's hilarious!" And then when I Googled it, I found it. I'm like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "This will be a good one for today." What's up, Fedorable? And then we've got this here. This is we've hinted around about it, but a friend made a video, and it is phenomenally done, and God damn it, wrong button again. Fuck off. Yeah, it's a great video. So I have this one because it's been on my mind. It should be on the world's mind, yet nobody's fucking talking about it. So we will.
Think, Pooh Bear is setting off a fusion reactor 5 times more powerful than the sun. Wise? Think.
Power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Keep calm. It's only a
stabilize! It'll soon stabilize! It will stabilize! It's under control!
Yeah.
Bother.
Yes. Thank you, Vinnie Tartamello from Vinnieart. That's one of his videos that he uploaded after making, and I'm sorry, that is just spot on. I'll share that as well. Yeah, it's one of those. It's like, really? Nothing. We hear nothing. So yeah. I don't care. Vinny does a show after us at 5:05. As everybody knows, I always plug him. And then 8:05, I'll be on Liars with Tony Tonedeaf with the Clown World Review. But yeah, when he made that video, I'm sorry, I just couldn't help myself. I'm like, yep, I'm stealing that. So yeah,
Pretty right.
yeah,
So
he did a
true.
good job. People need to see it. It should be a conversation that's being talked about, but yet it's not. So, you know, what else?
There are lots
what
of
else
things
can
that
we
should be
do?
talked about that aren't.
Yeah, this is very true.
I think everyone's just burying their heads in the sand again. I think everything's going to be all right. Someone else will clear it up. Any messes after them, you know, it's other people's responsibilities. That's present year. They want all the power, and now they don't want to do anything about it.
As they became Nazis, they're still calling us Nazis as they're doing Nazi shit. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Can we just Negan these motherfuckers already? Like, I'm so done. I'm done with being nice. I'm done with the bullshit. Like, legitimately, the only reason this happened is because we don't have a strong person in the office as president. We've got a weak, worthless piece of shit that's doing nothing but hurting the entire world. You haven't figured out by now, after especially Martha's Vineyard, they don't care about you. They never have. No. They never will. All you are is money.
Yeah.
Money
and power. All the news outlets are exactly the same. One place was going on about those supposed, what were they called in this news network? They were called scientists, you know, for like global warming, those guys who glued themselves to the Volkswagen dealership. It's Porsche, actually, but it's owned by Volkswagen. Right. And then you get another news report, and it says that they're professors, and they teach things like, you know, social studies and stuff like that. Absolute bollocks, innit?
Oh, yeah.
Don't even know which news agency to trust anymore.
None of them, because none of them report the fucking news anymore.
Well, one did. I mean, bias. For days, you think that they're like climate change scientists, and then you get another news outlet that says, oh, well, they're professors. And there's a clip of the guy saying, I'm a social studies professor. So you're not a scientist then. So you really don't know what you're talking about and just glued yourself to the fucking floor. Well done.
Like the TV commercials. 4 out of 5 doctors say, yet none of them are doctors, like legitimate doctors. They have a doctorate, but not as a doctor. Yep.
Yeah. I know.
Then
again, they used to try and sell you cigarettes back in the day. So.
It's one thing if it was one area. Like, it's one thing when there's crazy shit happening in California or Seattle, where, you know, when you do this retarded shit, you get what you fucking deserve. And the rest of us are sitting back going, what the hell? And again, the whole Martha's Vineyard thing. Like, if you vote Democratic, I'm sorry, you're a fucking terrorist.
Period. I mean, if you still are voting Democrat after the shit show we've had, your stupidity, I tell you, is off the chart.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you're breathing our air and contaminating it. We must be rid of you at this point. Like, no, you don't deserve the air we breathe. Go put on your 27 masks and go have a party with Fauci, and let's send them to these. Like, can we separate the states? Like, we'll get rid of California. We don't need California. There's nothing really there. You know, they've ruined it. It's filled with illegals, you know, and all these Democrat-ran shit cities that are shit because of the Democrats.
Let's take out what few good people are left in California. Let's take them out, and we'll take all this shit people and transport them
there. Yeah,
and then we'll build a big old wall. Yeah, a big old wall. Yeah,
exactly. You know, fuck it. You know, we'll just move somewhere else and use a different coastal entrance.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't do that. I'm afraid you have to put up with the fuckwits as well as the people with common sense.
Well, everybody's hoping for martial law, but they don't realize what happens when martial law really fucking.
Who hopes for martial law apart from the fucking National Guard guys who've got itchy trigger fingers? Jesus Christ. No.
The fucking media, though, they push this shit so that you get all amped up.
Media. It's not media anymore, really, is it? It's just
warmongering.
Bellends.
They were talking last night on the Jack Show about some chick that was crossing the border illegally, and she got hung up in the fence, and she hung up upside down until she died. And they were talking about it, and Anna, she's like, well, that's what you get for sneaking in illegally.
That's how I feel. Look, you know what? Does America need to work on their immigrant policies? Yes. I think too many of the right people have been pushed away. Like, we knew a lady that from Russia came here for a better life on a work visa, filled out to be a citizen, took classes, loved America, and then after 10 or 15 years of being here, they said nope and sent her back home.
That's bullshit.
And this is a woman that left Russia to come and have a chance. Yet we just opened the borders for these scumbags from Mexico and Cuba and everywhere else to just flood in. And then they do horrible shit, and you act fucking surprised when you let these heathens in the first place. You know, it just, the influx of motherfuckers going to Texas is going to be, I don't think Texas is strong enough to handle the shit that's about to hit them, dude. I really don't. Because it's not just like Republican people. It's a mixture of everybody flooding there, including more illegals, more leftists, you know, that are going to try to change Texas, the entire state.
They were talking to these kids on this college campus, and they're like, we're wanting to turn Texas blue. You know, they said, we're tired of this red state stuff. We want to go blue. Well, then move, you little bitch.
Yeah, well, I think that's why Trump lost. California did turn red. And they're like, nope, put it in overdrive. Everything's shut down. It's 3 a.m. Let's scan a bunch of ballots and, you know, put them in illegally.
Oh, yeah. I remember that night. Yeah.
And even if you are a Biden supporter, that's fine. You're a fucking idiot. But he did not win fair and square.
No, he did not.
Yeah.
He did not. I don't give a shit what anybody says. He did not win fair and square. No way.
No. He took a book from the elections from Uganda, fucking old time in Gambia, places like that, the old Soviet style. He took his elections counting.
What was the guy's name that wrote the book? Handbook for Radicals. Saul Alinsky. Yeah, that son of a bitch.
Yeah. Here, Fed, if you're free, dude, you're more than welcome to jump in, bro.
Come on in, brother.
Let me fucking put the link in the chat, man. You're more than welcome on this panel, bro. I just didn't fucking send out the link right away. I didn't know who all was going to be available today other than DL and Mr. Ootini and myself. Which I don't even have our banners on. That's fucking funny. Here we go. There. Now you know who we are.
Well, I know who I am anyway. I'm the ugly little refugee looking.
Well, in case we've got some new timers.
Yeah, but you're not illegal, are you?
Well, I mean, I did take him across state lines illegally.
Oh, well, I'm a Jawa. I mean, you can't get much more.
Damn dirty Jawas.
To be perfectly honest. Yeah. Well, we do wash. All right, it's sand, but we try our best.
Well, I hate being in a red state that's ran by purple people because the idiocy that goes on in Michiana area, which is Niles, Michigan, in Indiana, they kind of mirror each other. It doesn't matter which side of the line you're on. That's what I'm more or less sick and tired of because they're not helping anything. There's been so much stuff that could have progressed in the right way that's been held back because of the wrong people in government. And that's all the way to local. How can you vote? Here's a serious question. We know that the presidential election was fucked up. How can you safely think that the local ones aren't any different?
Of course,
especially when you always see people running unopposed.
Yeah, they're going to be rigged. I mean, fucking hell. You expect them after they manage to get the presidency to not do it for local government as well? Good Lord, people.
Yeah. So
they might give you one or two, but
I mean, I think it's going to take the EBT cards getting shut off before the shit really hits the fan. But how far are we from that? I mean, we're already running out of regular food in the stores. The prices are going up for no fucking reason other than that's what they want. They want milk to be $10 a gallon and gasoline to be $10 a gallon. Meanwhile, you know,
I was at the grocery store this morning and I was looking at all these prices and how much everything's gone up. I'm like, how is a person on a fixed income supposed to be able to afford to eat?
Let alone healthy. How the fuck are we supposed to eat healthy when healthy food's more expensive than the garbage? They want you eating McDonald's because that ain't real. I hope you're enjoying that human meat y'all motherfuckers are eating, by the way. Yep.
Well, they want you to have a coronary, can't afford the medical bills, and fuck off.
And die.
Leave this mortal coil. That's what they want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just love during Trump's time, though, how we were all called fucking Nazis and scumbags, yet the people in power now are actually doing Nazi scumbag shit. I can't get over it.
Oh, yeah.
And people don't fucking see it. They're still saying that, you know, make America great again slogan needs to die, which is the most retarded thing I've ever heard. How do you not want your country to do well? But yet they're okay with BLM that causes nothing but it's a domestic terrorist organization that there's nothing but destruction everywhere those cunts go.
Yeah. And what did they do with all the money?
And they were the people that collected the money. They didn't use it for what they said they were going to use it for.
No,
they used
didn't.
it on them. They used it on themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're fucking criminals and terrorists, and they're living the American dream now.
And I'm sorry, if you can't understand that all life matters, then you're the fucking problem. All life matters. Why are you singling out black or Asian people? It should be for all of humanity. Come together. No, instead they're throwing race in the middle of all this shit. So guess what? None of your shit fucking matters. You racist cunts. Oh, you know, stop Asian hate. No, we're not gonna. We're gonna hate who we want to hate, but it's not because of their race. That's a freedom that we still have that you can't take away. You know. True. So yeah, I'm not dealing with it anymore, man. It's just ridiculous. You had some people that were just up Trump's cock, thinking he was doing everything perfectly, which he wasn't. He did what he could do. I think he got in and learned what he thought he was going to do shit, and then he found out how powerless the president really is. It's all about the people behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. And you saw they turned on him. I think we had the House and all the legislation while Trump was in office, and Republicans would have got away with anything, but they just didn't want to back Trump. And that's
because they were part of the swamp. That's all there was to it.
Yep, because he was gonna effectively take money out of their pockets, and the shit hit the fan. I don't eat Doritos.
I haven't had them for a long time, but there's nothing wrong with cannibalism anyway. So if you've ever chewed your fingernails, you're technically a cannibal. I've said this before.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just nuts, man. And then they take our entertainment away so that you're slapped in the face constantly with this shit, and they wonder why there's the issues. They hide behind the guise of mental health, but yet the motherfucker running the office is not mentally healthy at all. He's out his mind. So
no, he is.
I mean,
not.
we've seen him. Waving to cancer's patients, telling them not to jump, that to take their time to come meet him. I'm thinking, why don't you grab him and take him out, please? Do the world of.
He can't even walk up fucking stairs. He should be the one in the wards.
Oh,
if
definitely.
If there's ever an advert for euthanasia, they probably use most of his press appearances and things like that. But
I mean, I love I'm going to make insulin affordable. The shit's not even made in China. There's no reason for it to be the prices that it is. And then, like, people threw a fit. Some people were joyous about it. Other people were throwing a fit, yet nothing ever happened. That's the problem. They make all these promises, then nothing fucking happens. We need to change this. America needs to change. And if the policies are not held, you get the fuck bumped out. And no more of this lifetime fucking bullshit. You don't have a secure job. If you fuck up, you get fired like the rest of us. You don't get to fail and move forward. No. That shit needs to end big time.
Well, they just seem to want to impeach people to get themselves in office. Then they fuck up badly enough that you're thinking, Jesus Christ, why are you still here? And no one does a thing about it. I mean, that's just...
Well, we're older, so it's worse. Because I'd have discussions with Seth from the men's room, and sometimes he's just like, well, I want to be positive. I'm like, bro, I've been doing it for decades. It ain't fucking changed. Unless you change the political spectrum, it's always going to go the same way it has, which here we are 2 years later, and we still know that there was shit done during that election, but nothing's being done about it.
Yeah, but it's getting worse. It's not that it's the same as it was a few years ago. It's getting worse, and no one is doing anything about it. You have a few people out there in the wilderness. Everyone else has got their fucking heads buried because the bills are too much. They don't earn enough money. They can't afford to lose their job.
Now, I don't know if you're old enough to remember back in '93 when the Republicans took over the House and the Senate, was when Newt Gingrich and all of them were in charge. They were going to push for term limits. And then when they got in there, they found out how sweet a job it was. And you know what? Those term limits just suddenly just disappeared.
That's what all politicians are. They come in with all these high hopes, and then they get mired either in paperwork or the corruption. So they shouldn't hold the office for as long as they do. They shouldn't be sponsored. It should be to serve the country, to serve the government, set time, and then someone else comes in. And they have to apply for the job and prove that they can do it. It shouldn't be that these people are still in there like Nancy Pelosi and fucking God knows who else you've got there that's virtually on their last legs.
Oh, well, people like fucking the vice president that blew her way to the top. That bitch didn't do anything. What's going on, Keely Chow? We're just talking a little bit of everything today. I was just a little irritated with the shit going on in the world. I shared Vinny's Pooh Bear video because it's just one of those things that for whatever reason, it bothers me that nobody else seems to care that this motherfucker's about to nuke the world. And yet it's not on the news. You don't see it on Facebook. You don't see it on Twitter, you know. So yeah, brother. But yeah, you know, just a normal Friday. We're all here to have fun, the usual. Just have some conversations. Anybody's welcome to join in if they want to. And you know, we're gonna have a little bit of fun as always, because I mean, what we always do. I mean, we get together to have fun. So, but sometimes you gotta, you know, let some of this shit out, and that's kind of where I was at with it and wanting to, you know. I wanna see if we get a good Beverly Hills Cop 4. You know, I kind of would like a good Beverly Hills Cop 4.
After Beverly Hills Cop 3, we're going to get a good Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Well, I mean, it's been long enough, so maybe can we? You know, I mean, they're making it, so.
Or has it been too long? Has that bird not already flown the coop?
See, I'm all right with it because the third one I've not really seen. I was just kind of one of those. Didn't really watch it, but the first two I'd seen. So I'm like, you know, kind of hoping that this will be a good one.
Well, I mean, the guy who played Taggart's still alive. The other one, Billy, Judge Reinhold, he's still alive. Yeah. Rosewood, sorry. Yeah.
I think they're pretty much all still alive. I'll have to look it up. I think so. They're all old as fuck, but
I mean, Other
than
the old commissioner, the police chief.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
I don't think he's still with us.
No. What about what's his face? Oh God, the other guy who was the lieutenant, whatever. Oh, can't remember.
I'll have to look it up.
His name is now. He was in RoboCop.
Oh, Dick. You mean? Yeah, I think he's still alive. Is he?
Okay.
Yeah, let me look it up here.
Yeah, sorry, I can't remember his name. But yeah, he played Dick in
Ronnie Cox.
Ronnie Cox, there you go. Yeah. I assume he's still alive.
Yeah, because Judge Reinhold's still
84.
With
us. He's 84.
84. He's probably retired now then.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. Geriatric Beverly Hills.
Reiser's still alive because he's in Stranger Things. So it'd be good to see him again.
I don't know. Zimmer Frame, Beverly Hills Cop, because they'd be retired by now, all of them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even Eddie
see, if they make it right, they're doing security or something. Some kind of shenanigans. I'm sorry, that's how I see it, bro. Like I'm okay with that. That doesn't
Beverly Hills Mall Cop. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I'd be okay with it. It's
So he
it's
comes
one of
from
those
Detroit
that
to
should be
solve
fun.
the crime. Yeah, to solve the crime of the missing those little scooter things that you ride around in.
Yes. Who stole the
Yeah,
scooter?
Taggart, he's still alive. He's old as fuck, but yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah.
And of course, Judge Reinhold, he's still alive.
Oh yeah, I don't think he ever ages. Jesus
No,
Christ.
pretty much not.
Every film I've seen him in, he's bloody still looks exactly the same age. And it's not just because they were done in the same decade.
I always liked that chick that was Eddie Murphy's friend when he went to Beverly Hills to tell her that their buddy was dead.
Yeah.
Oh, the art.
Yeah, the art chick. Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah. I always thought she was pretty.
Yeah. 80s look, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very pretty young lady.
For sure. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't know about today, but back then she was.
Well, she's 66 now, so who knows what she looks like now.
Well, it doesn't mean anything. Sometimes they age very, very good or very poorly, depending.
Yeah, well, look at let's see, what's her name that played in the first Top Gun movie? It was his love interest.
Yeah, she runs a restaurant now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
I hear she also likes that licking that box too.
She might do. That's up to her.
Hey, there's Fed.
Hey, Fed.
Hey, what's going up, everybody?
What's up,
What's up, Fed?
Nice. Oh, you know the same.
Another Friday, bro. Glad to see
YouTube
you're
messing
above
with
ground.
me, man.
No issues with kitty litter and kitty food, I'm assuming.
You mean YouTube messes with you?
Oh, dude, we've been back and forth. Almost about to hit 100 subscribers, so this channel is probably going to get nuked, and I'll have to start a new one. But I already got 6 in the wings, so.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I think as soon as the
well, at least, you're planning ahead.
Yeah, as soon as the community guideline strike lifts, I'm going to put all my links on a video and everything, and you guys can go subscribe to all the new channels, and we can continue the shit show over there.
Right. You almost have to these days.
It's terrible. You've got.
That's Fed for you. He keeps them guessing,
channel.
you know.
What these dumb shits over on the other side of things haven't learned, and this is why like the CIA, NSA, everybody spent millions of dollars and had all these meetings and everything, and still can't keep the internet shitheads. They can never tack it down. They don't understand memes or anything else.
Yeah.
Because it's the truth. People tend to gravitate towards real things that they can see and go, okay, I can see that. It's quantifiable. I can see the pattern right in front of me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like everything they do. The intelligence community never does anything directly. If you notice, it's all by proxy. Same thing with what's going on, like with Ukraine and all that. We're having a war with Russia by proxy. Right? This is how it works. So, the internet shitheads like myself, and even way beyond anything I'm capable of, we're not around for very long from channel to channel, but we do hit, and people hear what we have to say, and it's like a few people here and there from each channel. That message starts spreading. That's how you counter the narratives.
Yep.
You know,
it's even like this here, man. You know, we don't usually this is not political. I'm just speaking my mind and how I feel with the shit going on, and we'll see what happens. I've had nothing like I played Ozzy's Boneyard as I was playing classic games, high off my ass, having fun, right? Didn't really worry about it because you could mute the songs and it didn't really matter. I had to shoot it from the phone because it's from the GameCube, right? And I don't have a way to hook the GameCube up to my iMac. No problem. I'll shoot it from the phone. And they hit me for like Sony Music Group hits me for like 2 songs. Then I call them fucking pieces of shit and out. I'm like, look, A, I pay for the shit. 2, I own it. 3, fuck you.
I'm surprised it wasn't BGM music that hit you.
No, it was the Sony, Sony Music Corporation, basically. But yeah, I mean, and then they undid all of it. So it's like, so you're blocking my shit. They literally blocked anybody being able to see it till I fought it. and then they released it. I shouldn't have to go through this. Just leave the shit alone. If I'm not
Right.
monetized, you're not making anything off me, and I'm not making anything. What's up, Bri? So it shouldn't matter. And all this music and shit's on the interweb. So until you take it off of there, leave us alone, man.
Right, but if you were espousing the glorious new religion of the Rainbow Crew, the alphabet agencies would shower praise upon you, and you would never have a community guideline strike. You wouldn't have anything. And matter of fact, you'd probably be boosted in the algorithm.
No,
because that's how it works. Thank you, Obama, for that in 2012. By the way, putting through where propaganda is now elite. It used to be illegal in the U.S., but since 2012, thanks Obama, propaganda is now legal, and it's now also becoming very illegal to counter the propaganda. Which, Susan, I got 2 nice, sweaty, hairy things, little fleshy bags that you can suck on.
Well, that's like this shit. You have to pay to not see ads. I think they should pay us to put their ads on our shit.
Oh, dude, to be honest, have you noticed that adverts are getting longer and there's more of them?
Oh, yeah. And you can't skip
fuck me.
Yeah, they are.
Well, yeah, and it's like mass, vote blue no matter who type rhetoric. And I'm like, no, screw you, dude. I'm voting fucking down ballot red for the first time in my life. Simply to piss you guys off. I'm like, like I got asked this recently, like I was having a nice deep discussion. They're like, where do you fit on everything? And I'm like, dude, I've been politically homeless most of my life. No party, no movement or anything has addressed even a fraction of what I actually give a shit about, which is, the future of our species.
Yeah. Humanity.
Right. Like it kind of stands the reason. It's like everybody's like fighting over this little mud ball and everything, and I'm like, dude, we haven't even touched upon our greater destiny. There's an entire universe, an entire multiverse to explore, and we're still fighting over all this shit on this mud ball.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's so stupid. It's absolute insanity.
You tell me what political party. Here you go, Fed, because we're close in age. You tell me the political party that is going to make it illegal for these cocksucking big pharma and the insurance companies to deny me my way of living, my insulin. You can give junkies shit to get off that, but I have to have insulin. But yet you don't protect me. I want it in Congress. You cannot fuck with people like me. People that need EpiPen. You can't just raise the prices on them. You can't do any of that shit. That's not right. Let's stop focusing on racism and focus on humanity. And wow, you could just change so much. How about you want taxes and whatnot? Anybody making under $100,000 a year, you don't pay any taxes because we're all fucking broke. Not to mention free healthcare because we've got Medicare and Medicaid. So why the fuck are we paying the prices we're paying for shit? And people like Vinny, who's hurt but can't afford insurance because it's too much. But illegals get free fucking insurance. They just throw them on Medicaid.
Right. It's real simple. Fuck you. You need to work yourself to death and pay for your replacements. Yep. Real simple. Go look up Agenda 201. You're going to see right in their fucking own documentation. This wasn't made by a right-winger or anything else. This is the World Economic Forum and its partners saying they want 100 million plus migrants from all these third world countries dropped in first world countries to, one, dilute the patriot populations, the ones that actually give a shit about their countries. Yep. They're going to bring all these people in, teach them that this country is bad and you need to change it. So basically, again, doing the dirty work by proxy. Yep. That's how these people work. When you start playing their game and start getting results, they will be up your ass 24/7.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like me, I'm looking at what's happening to Alex Jones, and I'm like, fuck, welcome to the club, brother.
Right. Well, when they were going after all of Trump and all his people, I'm like, now you know how the rest of us fucking feel that are on YouTube having this shit happen to us for no fucking reason. You are no longer, and I felt, whether you like the man or hate the man, because it seems to be you either like him or you hate him. I don't care. He was fine as a president. He didn't do anywhere near as bad as what we're dealing with now. And he made sense. Hey, we want to make America great again. Oh, you're going to take shit from here? Well, we're going to fucking tax the shit out of you when you bring it back.
Right.
I was okay with that. Talking about the insulin and shit, that's great. It was like, okay, we do need healthcare, but we need healthcare that works for America, not the shit that goes on, no offense, like what you deal with, Brent, or Mr. Peabody in Australia. Like, yeah, here I got to go to a specialist and shit, and it'll take like a couple weeks to get in, maybe a month pre-COVID, but we be in within a month. And yeah, we might have to pay out of pocket or, you know, with insurance, but you know, like Mr. Peabody, 6 years, and they still don't know what's fucking wrong with him. You know, it's just the same bullshit. It's like, wait a minute. They know it's his vagus nerve, but because the test is so expensive, they don't want to do it. Well, that doesn't do you any good. Even if you're not paying for the insurance, you're not getting the help that you need. So, or the help that you need, and you're not getting healthy. So that's the thing. Like, we need real health. We don't need all you dumb motherfuckers running out to get an adult size Happy Meal. Like I said, enjoy your human meat. That's all I'm going to say. Enjoy that shit, because that's what you're eating. That shit is disgusting. I haven't had McDonald's in 3 years, dude.
I had a thought this morning. You know how for the past 2 years they've been burning down all these food production facilities and stuff all over the planet, right?
Yep.
And I just had this thought this morning. I had to consider the possibility that aren't these the food production facilities that are putting all the chemicals in the food and everything else? I'm like, could we be watching like an underground movement taking out that which is poisoning us and killing us to begin with? Hey, I've had to consider that possibility.
Mm-hmm. Or vice versa, the other way, making it where demolition
you have no food.
Taco Bell is the last standing restaurant, you know?
Exactly. Like, I mean, but you're not allowed. You're not allowed to theory craft or do any of this stuff anymore because you might actually figure out what's going on and be able to do something about it.
Yep. I mean, like me, the little bit of fast food I eat isn't fast food. I order from Bill's Barbecue. It's a local smoke shop. I know the owner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, we're not best friends or nothing, but I met the guy, you know.
No, but you know where his beef comes.
Yeah,
it's
a local family business, and he smokes the meat and all that shit. So it was like 20 some odd dollars for a pound of brisket that's smoked. I don't care. I'll pay that because, you know, I can do it myself, but shit, no, man. That's fine. So it was basically 2 half chickens, some ribs, and a pound of brisket. And then I paid like nothing for the delivery. And it was under $60. But like, I can eat on that for 4 or 5 days. Like, that's my version of going out to eat. But I also am eating on it for 4 or 5 days.
That's actually it's good economics right there.
Yeah. You know, because I could go out and buy the same shit, but I'm going to have to spend more, then smoke it. And yeah, I can do that. But every now and again, damn it, everybody deserves a treat. And that's been my treat every month is, you know, I'm going to get some barbecue, you know, and that's it though. That's the little bit of not cooking that we do, or if we'll order pizza, because I'm sorry, even the store-bought frozen ones are just crap. You know, I'll make homemade, but sometimes you just don't want to fucking cook. You just want to sit down and eat. And, you
know what's messed up is where I'm at. I've tried all these pizza joints out here because I'm sorry, I love just a good like pie. Give me some extra garlic, a lot of cheese, pepperoni, stuff like that, some mushrooms on it. Like that'll put a smile on my face. What up, DJ D? Long time no see, bro.
Yes.
Well, see, I know how to get him on here. You bait the cat, then you bait the vampire, and then you've got the old group of old motherfuckers that started together way back years ago at 3 a.m, but instead it's 2:40 in the afternoon.
Yeah, now you got the YouTube censor sitting over there jacking off, waiting for us to fucking say something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure. But we got the band back together, so hey, what can I say? They'll be all right. They will.
Oh, little side note, I actually found this out because I've been seeing all these flyers and everything. They've been up all over in Israel, Brooklyn, basically like the people that Kanye are talking about right now. There's all these flyers going up saying the Messiah is here. Well, I actually dug into this. Apparently the Mossad and a couple private industries, as well as tech companies out of Silicon Valley, have actually put together, it's literally Skynet. and its name is Messiah.
Sounds about right.
It's a worldwide artificial general intelligence that will pretty much run and automate as much as it can. Like
How can you feel safe with anything like that when your smartphone fucks up simple words?
Right, exactly. Or when the AI robot says, you know, if you piss me off, I'm going to kill humanity.
Yeah.
And they got to turn it off. Or the two AIs that they turned on last summer that within 5 minutes started talking in a language they couldn't even decipher. But
like how they
the little bit at
Nazi
the beginning that they could was humanity is a problem.
Yeah. Well, you know, they've got common sense, obviously. Jesus Christ.
Right. I'm like, if you give a machine pure logic and reason, it's going to come to a lot of the same conclusions that supposedly a lot of the really bad guys in history have come to. So you should probably rethink that.
Well, Tommy,
yes.
And Tommy
Cats
did
are
a
dangerous.
video on those buckets, or you were talking with us afterwards. I can't remember, but like they don't even have the plastic. Like I get the nostalgia aspect of it, but it's not even made right. It was like a papery top and shit. I was like, wait a minute, and I don't have kids that are, and I've got the granddaughter now. Oh shit, I don't have my glasses on, but yeah. He did talk to us about that, and I couldn't believe it. And then when they came out with the adult ones, I just lost my shit, because I know like the wife on occasion would like go get a Happy Meal because that's all she wanted, like a hamburger, a little bit of fries, and a tea, you know, and then it'd come with a little toy or whatever, and she'd just give it away. But yeah, like, you know, she would just go buy it, but now we have them especially for adults. I'm like, wait a minute. No, man. And I'm sorry. I never was really big on McDonald's, but like that was one of the things that we would get as a treat. And because we were lower middle class, you know, so it's like lower actually. I mean,
dude, McDonald's used to be a
we had a house.
Staple.
You know, we had a house, but that was
my
grandma gave it to us. It was her house, you know, and she
you could feed a family on $20 back in the day.
Oh, easily. You can't do that now, but
no.
Maybe a tiny family. Do a tiny family with 20 now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, remember KFC buckets used to be like $10, man. I know they were cheaper than that, but like the cheapest.
I don't want to get into what the hell they're at now.
No, dude, I haven't
$25 for a proper bucket now.
I have not eaten KFC. When my brother passed away back in 2010, went out to his house, was cleaning it and everything, bought a bucket of KFC chicken. It was 9 months before I went back up to Vegas to finish the sale of the house and everything. I forgot I left the bucket of chicken in the fridge. Well, the power was off the whole time, right? I went there. Everything else in the fridge was moldy. I pulled the chicken out. It still looked like the day I bought it. I'm not even lying. I was like, what the fuck is in this?
You're like,
special things. Enjoy.
Still in your stomach to this day.
It was kind of dried up like jerky, but it still looked like the day I bought it. No mold,
that sounds about right.
Rot, nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And their special secret ingredient is embalming fluid.
Oh, yeah.
Never ate KFC again.
Well, just parts of it, not the whole fluid.
KFC's not
just ingredients, special.
Like, I honestly haven't stopped at a major fast food chain in probably about 10 years. And my body thanks me for it every day.
Because they're nice, you know. Last time I don't have takeaways a lot, but last time I went somewhere, it was their own burgers, and it was gorgeous. Cost a bit, but it was worth it, and it was fresh ingredients. Support them.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the little mom and pop joints. You know, there's some I found out where I'm at. They get all their stuff from like local farms and ranchers and stuff like that. So it's like I know what's in the food.
Like they're literally killing the pig and the cow outside the.
Yeah, because before
not quite that fresh, but close.
Well, no, I literally had one of those recently, where the pig and the cow are literally outside the burger joint, and you're like, God dang. We're going to kill that one in a couple of days.
It'll be 30 minutes.
Very
fresh. It's going to be fresh here in a little bit. You know?
Hey, you know what? You're going to feel bad until you start smelling what's coming off the barbecue.
Oh yeah, the food.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
Just a little sauce in your mouth. It tastes lovely.
It's just going to be like, hey, just make sure it doesn't feel
Definitely no
anything and it's
artificial
quick.
preservatives in that bacon.
Well, dude, think about it, man. Pork's not been right for a while ever since China took over the pork industry.
Well, also, there's all these clinical trials and stuff like that that have shown since, I think it was around 76, 77 in North America, they started giving gene therapy to pork. So basically, the pork that a lot of people are eating now, and you can look all this up, actually has trace human DNA in it. Like pig DNA on farms right now is closer to human flesh than monkey flesh.
Yeah, it's
like
not as
they're
good as
closer
it.
genetically to humans now than monkeys are.
Yeah, that's good.
This is proven.
I mean, we had we had that thing a while ago where they were putting horse meat in the lasagnas because it was probably cheaper.
Yes.
Right.
So everyone in the UK can say they've had horse if they've had a lasagna.
And Tesco.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just like, remember back in the, I think it was early 2000s when they had the 99-cent Whoppers at Burger King and all that. They had a contract with the Australian government. They were calling the overpopulation of kangaroos and then grinding up the meat, mixing it with beef and selling it as Whoppers here. Yep. I was like, don't you mean a Hopper?
Hey, it was some really sweet.
Hey, it was good. What I know.
They were quite sweet tasting.
Hey, I ate some
trying to jump off the grill.
Kangaroo's not bad.
Yep.
No, it's
my brother-in-law said horse wasn't bad.
They're like lamb.
Yeah, horse is a little gamey, but it's close. It kind of has a similar texture and flavor to ostrich, believe it or not.
When he was stationed in Germany back in, during Korea, he ate at his German family's home, and they fed him some kind of meat in a sauce, and they're like, well, how do you like that meat? And he said, pretty good. What is it? And they said, horse. He says, it's pretty good. Get out some more.
Well, they used to back in the day. All that. So the best burger I ever had was boar. Boar burgers are fantastic. Everyone should try one. No, they're lovely.
I've never had a boar burger, but I have had.
I tried.
It basically pulled pork that was made out of fucking wild boar. It was absolutely delicious.
And deer as well. Deer is really nice.
Probably got some intestinal parasites from it, but
you might, yeah.
It's what the
that's okay. The
for.
KFC took care of it, so.
Well, they might be good for you. Yeah, compared to the formaldehyde they put in the KFC. God,
I mean, you eat enough onions, garlic, and cilantro, it fucking kills all that stuff.
Oh dear. Man. It's crazy. You can't even eat anything, drink anything anymore.
In the States, Wendy's, they were mixing horse meat back. That was back in the 90s, I want to say. I could be off on the time frame, but maybe it was the 80s. But I remember there was horse meat originally in the Wendy's hamburgers you were eating.
Yes, just for a little while.
Yep, for a little while.
Yeah.
It was that late 70s going into the early 80s when they had all the shortages.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so thank you, Jimmy Carter, otherwise known as Brandon 1.0.
Yeah.
Well, don't you remember when Jack in Box had all that problem with their hamburgers and had people get sick and die from that shit?
Yes. Also, they had fingers and other body parts in their hamburgers.
Look, the mafia
and shit. They don't tell you when they lose a limb.
Look, the mafia and the intelligence community had nothing to do with that.
No, not at all. They don't ever got to make people.
Hey, I saw Sopranos.
Right?
Yeah. I never go there to eat, would you?
I just watched the first couple episodes the other night just because I love The Sopranos. I have the cookbook. I bought the Sopranos cookbook because it's supposedly recipes from the cast. Do I believe that? No, but there are some good fucking recipes in there.
Yeah,
recipes of the cast or made by the cast.
Yeah, I rewatched the whole show. I think earlier this year, last year.
Brother,
last
I was like, yeah, it still holds up. It's still pretty good.
Yeah. Like every
Even
year,
with that wacky last episode.
I thought it was nice because everybody today is about representation and everything. When I watched The Sopranos, I was like, I'm so glad because my dad was part of like Silver State Disposal and all that in Las Vegas, and that's all fucking mob run. And then you got Jake's Crane and Rigging, which is Teamster mob owned shit. Like everything there was mob related. But it was like to see representation. I was like, oh my God, these are like the people I grew up around. These are the people I learned from. I was like, thank you for making a show that actually reminds me of my truth, my reality, the one that I grew up around.
The shit I got away from. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. Yep.
You felt represented.
That was like,
oh, that's nice. That's
yeah,
so
but
sweet.
I was like, been around that world, grew up around that world, and I took a different path because I didn't want to end up, dead.
Yeah.
No,
not that way anyway.
It's not a career choice that most people would take. Depends how risky you want to live your life.
Is generally,
That's a good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, like do a lot of good works, make an impact in the world. Make life a little bit better than you found it. It's probably why they got rid of Smokey the Bear recently too, because leave the forest better than you found it. Now it's all, I don't know, some rainbow Pikachu knockoff or whatever.
So not, right, okay.
We're going to go diversify the forest. And I'm like, forest is already diverse. Leave it the fuck alone.
A national institution and you replace it with something from Japan. Okay, fine. Crack on.
Yeah, dude, people are retarded, so.
Yeah,
like in case you haven't picked up on that one in about the past 2.5 years,
the
majority of humanity is either highly propagandized and cooked beyond belief mentally, or they're straight up on board with it, and whatever we need to do to get power.
I try to avoid these people, but they are in my work now as well because you keep on getting emails that identify. Jesus,
and they don't stop. They really don't. They do not stop. I'm like, what an asshole, dude. You wake up every morning just first thing when your head comes off the pillow being like, how can I shit in somebody's Cheerios today?
Yeah, absolutely. How can I not do
how can I be a victim?
Waste money doing it. Let's waste the company's money by coming up with stupid fucking ideas that no one wants. Assholes. Oh well.
But it's seriously like the ones that are like that. I'm just like, weaponizing court systems and everything else. It's like, no, we can do violence for our ideology, but if you even stand up and speak up against us, we'll throw the whole weight of the court system, our internal justice departments, everything against you to silence you. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? This banana republic shit, and eventually people are going to get tired of this. And what you're going to end up is a bunch of gray men who have just been hanging off in the background, very dangerous people that have been trying to be peaceful. You're going to leave them no other option but to have to step up and sort shit out. And when that happens, there's going to be a lot of dead drug dealers, a lot of dead gang leaders, all that sort of shit. They're not going to shoot up schools. They're going to go start taking out the politicians, heads of corporations, taking out their infrastructure, all that sort of shit.
Very Fight Clubby, if you will.
Exactly. And I'm like,
as
a civilization, you really don't want things going that route.
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing peaceful, man. Like, y'all started shooting at fucking Republicans when Trump was the president and taking motherfuckers out and got away with it. And I hate to have to admit, David Applegate used to bring this shit up all the time. Republicans being Republicans by letting Democrats do whatever the fuck they want, and then thinking, oh, we'll make it better later. And nothing has been taken care of all the way back from when Reagan got shot to up recently, people getting shot at ball games for no damn reason other than the fact it was a Republican party. These assassinations being carried out and people saying, oh, it's okay because he was a Trump supporter and a far right leanist, and then you find out the person wasn't anything of the sort,
It never is.
Yeah, but that's okay in their eyes. But yet when we were being attacked while Trump was in office, what did we do? Nothing. We just sat back. We're like, we don't have to do anything. They're not coming at, but they're coming after us now. The proposal in Michigan, I think it was 3, where kids under age of 18 can go get their nuts chopped off and shit at Planned Parenthoods without their parents' consent, is hidden in one of the bills. That's some bullshit, dude. And this stuff's been going on. It started in California decades ago, because there's shit that gets passed that the people don't even know is on the platform. That's why one of my friends left California. He couldn't deal with the insanity anymore. That and the fact he just couldn't handle paying $3,000 for a shithole, where he was stuck at. But and he came back here where, back where it's feasible to be able to afford shit. But now we're starting to turn into California. All the states are, it's like, wait a minute, what's going on? So that's why I don't know. I'm throwing the flag down on that. No, this ain't right. People, you need to wake up, start paying attention to what's really going on. Because I don't think enough of you are. And then once we're at the point where we're at, everything that Fed just said, he's not wrong on any of it. We have sat here and taken it time and time again, and we're fucking tired of it. Like, where's our justice? We're not doing anything illegal. We're not doing anything wrong, but we're being punished and penalized for just trying to live our lives.
That's because people are still being civil and playing by the rules.
Yep.
Against the side who has thrown the rules out the window.
Yeah.
They will hold you to account because it keeps you in check.
Of course.
You're not playing by proxy. You're not playing that game. They know it. That gives them an edge. Because they can cheat, they can lie, they can steal, they can kill at will and everything else and get away with it. But the moment you even speak up or say anything against it or even point it out, boom, the whole system gets dropped on your head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, DL,
part of the reason. Yeah.
He brought up how he just got his phone paid off. We're not no doxing or nothing. We got his phone paid off, and then they're already trying to get him to get a new one. It's like, but this one works fine, and it's only a couple years old. Not all of us can just go buy a brand new iPhone every fucking.
No. They want you to buy one every year.
Yeah,
and they're designed that way. If not, they'll break down.
Yep.
With the green screen of death every goddamn year. And you keep buying the same
You
brand.
can look this term up. It's a marketing term inside the tech industry. It's called forced marketing. So basically what you do about every 3-4 years is you purposely screw the code up through an update on older devices so that they start losing functionality or start having disruptive means. You can't open an app or you got to open it 5 times before it works.
Planned obsolescence.
It's all little frustration tactics until you go buy a new phone.
That's why I don't update a goddamn thing on certain phones so that they still keep running.
That was the whole point, though, right? Because then you've got them. Because now that old phone, it's not going to work on anything. And then they even did it better when they redo the apps. I see you voice. It's pulling the same bullshit. Device not connected. I don't know if you can maybe turn your camera on and then off. But yeah, as soon as that goes away, I can bring you in. But yeah, I think that's just it. They make I have an original iPad, but there's no apps really for it that work anymore because now all the newer apps, it won't, it's so old, not a date. And I get that. That's like saying, my Atari, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But with the phones, that's how they do it. They'll back an app for so long, then they'll make it to the point where you have to get that new style of phone. Doesn't matter what brand, all of them. Because now your shit can't update the app, so now you can't use it on your phone.
Right, but here's a funny point to counter their bullshit and everything. I can pull a bunch of parts from like the late 90s, early 2000s out of a whole bunch of old like Pentium 1, Pentium 2, and 3 computers. Daisy chain it all together, slap Linux on it, and it works fine.
There's always a way around.
And has no digital fingerprint that can backtrace to you as well. That's the other nice thing.
Right.
Learn to go shop at the thrift stores for your tech and Kali Linux and a couple other things. Like, you'll have some fun once you get your footing.
Yes.
Yeah, there's none of that nowadays, though, is there? Unless you are talented like yourself, you have to go and buy new stuff because you don't know how to bloody...
We all can't be fed.
No, it's literally the way forward is looking back. as counterproductive as that sounds, like our older tech and stuff like that is how we get around all the modern shit.
Yeah, I've got
like all the old solid state electronics, like here in the very near future, and I give it maybe a year, 2 at most. Because I mean, YouTube's already. I got a notification from them. We already got the handles that'll be linked to all your accounts. And then if you want to start a video account on YouTube, you now have to show an ID.
Well, they've been attaching your phone to stuff.
Yeah, that's social credit score shit.
Yeah,
just
I know.
Slowly being introduced.
Which is another reason.
And they're like, no, we only keep it for a month. And I'm like, yeah. And you sell it to all your partners.
Go. They keep that permanently.
That's a damn lie.
Right. I'm like, you notice a lot of channels that were monetized that actually had to show IDs and tax forms and everything. Notice a lot of them got swatted over the past couple years. Things like that. Where do you think they're getting the information?
Well, yeah, now you say it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know I used to work in their industry. Fuck these people. Just douchebags, dude.
Yes.
I was like, nerds are some of the most nihilistic fuckers on the planet most of the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell happened? When I was growing up, nerds, we were like all into Transformers and stuff like that.
We discussed this
science.
Yeah. A few weeks ago, we would go into shops sheepishly and buy toys and things like that. And
now they're just like, how can I hurt you?
Yeah, now being a nerd is, I want to destroy you.
The different brand of nerd now.
Right, I'm like, when did nerds become villains? Like that's kind of an interesting one. I know occasionally, like any group, you get your few that break off.
And unfortunately, Gates eventually turned into one. So, yeah.
When
they all
Gates
started
made
off
his
well and
first
good, but
billion.
at some point they became corrupted beyond belief and turned into what they are now, sadly. Muskie so far is not too bad. I'd say he's perfect either. He does his own douchebag things.
No, the one project of his that makes a brow quirk is that Neuralink shit he's working on. I'm like,
How else are you gonna get some Full Metal Alchemist action going, huh?
Or straight up board.
I want to be able to just pull things out of thin air.
That would be
the only
cool.
way to do it.
If you didn't realize your DNA and everything, once that's all interlinked in you, you're now a hackable animal.
Yes, that would be but he's gonna
dude
have
from the World Economic Forum.
He's gonna have the best security ever. You won't be able to get hacked.
We're going Cyberpunk 2020.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you step out of line, they shut your cybernetics off and repo man your shit.
You grow a tusk out of nowhere. It has nothing to do with someone hacking your DNA.
That's how they keep those Jawas around.
Well, no, they'll just put you in the latest fucking McDonald's
right.
and KFC.
You think doxing and swatting is bad right now? Wait till like some shithead, alphabet dipshit at YouTube or whatever. You say the wrong thing online, they can hit a switch, and all of a sudden your body's paralyzed and you're on the ground.
He just fries your brain.
Yeah. They just turn you off.
Yeah.
Cancel culture. It's not murder. We're just shutting off your service.
Yeah, absolutely. Good Lord.
And it's such a shame that you can't survive without our service.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot cheaper than orbital satellites to blast the house away. So.
Yeah, it's not murder. It's liberal. It's liberating. Look how enlightened we are.
He was one of those nasties.
We turn off your
have
arm
something like
and
that
your
in the movie Real Genius, where they could just zap you from I don't know, outer space.
I haven't seen that one. I'm thinking more Akira, but
well, you got directed energy weapons. They've been using those all over California for the past few years.
It's a lot.
Where do you think all the fires come from?
Yeah.
Hey, I was like, and they're like, no, that's a conspiracy theory. I'm like, why are there thousands of like Ring videos off of people's homes where you can see the bright golden beam coming through the clouds and starting a fire in the forest?
They're just testing the old Reagan Star Wars system just to make sure it still works,
I'm like, waging war against your own people is more like it.
Mm-hmm. That seems to be the way nowadays, though, doesn't it?
But using that 5th generation warfare, so it's not quite so apparent. It's not bullets and bombs, it's everything other than.
Yeah. Still destroys you. Yeah. The ends justify the means to them.
Economics, ideology, censorship, directed energy weapons, spraying stuff in the skies above you, poisoning your food, your air, your water, everything. But yeah, but it's not murder, and it's totally not, a conspiracy.
No, it's not. It's
to eliminate most of the population. That's just crazy talk.
Survival of the fittest.
The X-Files had some of that right, didn't they?
They got a lot of stuff right.
Yes, they were making entertainment, but I don't think they realized how close to the truth they were.
Well, I was looking at one. They've been decoding a lot of the stuff that is showing up in people's bloodstreams over the past 2 years. Not going to say where because you might get in trouble for it, but
cough.
They've been showing some of the potential, like looking at what they're looking at and looking at potential uses for it. You're talking about a system-wide reset of human DNA from the ground up. A new completely synthetic race.
Oh, can I have boobies as well? That sounds fun. Adam, what was that picture I just saw? Bananas with bacon?
And hollandaise?
Yeah, it was one that Parrothead had sent.
Wow.
That's wrong on so many levels. And hollandaise sauce. Okay.
Well, at least it wasn't pizza and pineapple, right?
No, that's just as bad. Fucking bananas with hollandaise and bacon. Good Lord. That looks like an old recipe as well. Contemporary cooking. Yeah, it looks like an old one. Fuck.
Wow.
That's just bad.
That's like stoner food from 100 years ago.
Yeah, but even they wouldn't do it all in one go.
But you got the sweet, the savory, and then another savory.
Not all
on top
together.
of it.
It's just like, you'll have the hollandaise and you chew on the ham, and then you think, I need something sweet. So you have a banana.
I don't know, man. I've had some dishes that I'm like, this does not look good, and then I taste it, and I'm like, holy shit! Now I know where this is.
I cannot imagine hollandaise and bananas going together. Yeah, the ham with the hollandaise, yes, because it's like it's
sweet and savory.
Pineapple on pizza.
No, pineapple on pizza is wrong on so many. It's like tinned mushrooms. It's just wrong. It shouldn't exist.
But it depends. Sorry. You can take it. Is it just a standard hollandaise or is it citrus infused? Because depending on your spicing and stuff.
It's not creme anglaise. It's not custard. Don't try and dress it up. Come on. Let's not go there. Hollandaise is not a dessert sauce. Come on.
Hollandaise.
Hollandaise. No, don't get me singing, Madonna.
But like I said, that is some straight up stoner food.
What is that?
Cocoa Pebbles cheesecake.
I'd go. I'd go for that.
He said
all the sugar.
See, this is why everybody in the West is like 300-400 pounds now.
It's like a coronary waiting to happen. Yeah, can I have some of your cheesecake tacos and an ambulance to go?
Because it's like I'm having a bad day. I don't feel good.
In there.
I need a Choco Taco.
Can't get a taco no more.
Don't get married, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, your buddies love you. Your buddies love you.
Yeah.
They care.
Well, I did that one already. God dang
it. Yeah, but you're happy, DJD,
Yes.
So
yes.
He's like, yes.
Yeah. Not everyone is. It's not for everyone.
Exactly.
For me, but
no, I'm not lucky. Like I said,
yes.
That's pure goddamn luck.
Yeah, there are couples that
Sometimes you make the wish on a genie bottle and you get lucky.
And, there's that percentage that slips through the cracks of control and everything and actually makes shit work.
People currently talking in this area know the ins and outs of this getting together, like certain Fedorable Shawhan.
She's not listening again, is she?
What the
hell?
She's doing stuff right now.
That's some bukkake shit right there.
He got spewed on.
He's been covered in something, and it looks funky.
Yeah.
Or is
He's
that
like, it's
Halloween one?
necro goo time.
Oh, yeah. You better believe it.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's what we call the schpungle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why it does that every fucking time, too. It just goes right back to the top.
It's
I don't
annoying
know.
as hell.
Yep. It's just fucking.
Because
You
it's
gotta love
Twitter,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Oh.
It might be slightly better when Muskie gets in, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty that right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty accurate right there, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. That it is.
Dude, I know
Very
like
much
50,
so.
60-year-old women that are chasing after 20-year-olds, and they're getting all pissed off because they're like, why aren't they hooking up with us? And I'm like, because you're fucking 50 years old.
You're their grandmother.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm 49. I wouldn't kick out a 50-year-old out of bed, but there you go.
Well, I wonder why.
Well, yeah. Buffalo.
I
No.
wouldn't kick out a
Oreos.
50-year-old. I wouldn't kick out a 50-year-old.
I was trying to figure out what that was. I
Yes,
thought they
Oreo.
really burned that
Buffalo
pepperoni.
Oreo pizza.
Fucking that's
Be
even
like,
worse
dude,
than
you want to
pineapple.
see the honesty of man? Look at Leo DiCaprio. He's got
Yeah.
the need. He's got options. He's worth billions. He has power and position in the world. And when she turned 26, it's on to the next model.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got his
And
bread
women
burned
got
on
so mad at him, and he was like,
well, that's
but
what you do.
no men. I didn't know any men that got mad at him, but all those women sure did. That's for sure.
Like, I don't know. Idea what's been done over, I don't know, about
That
the
or you
past
make
80,
her
90
immortal.
years.
That also helps if you make her immortal.
Like,
you ever do the whole.
Did you ever
vampire
think
thing.
you'd live to see a
pretty-
day where men and women were at war with each other?
Yes.
War of the Sexes,
Yes.
man.
If you remember some of the crap, at least in parts of the 80s and the 90s.
That's retarded as fuck, though, because I'm like, yeah, just go do what you're good at. Quit generalizing everything. That's how retardation spreads.
Well, yeah, I never thought I'd see the day when people wouldn't thank you for opening a door for them or being polite or kind. Or
No,
anything
that
like
I didn't think. Yeah, that
Yeah.
shocked me.
because I get that a lot,
retarded
and
as
I've gone
fuck.
to the stage
Or
now.
you give
where-
somebody a compliment. What do you mean giving me a compliment?
Oh no, I don't do that. No compliments. No, I'm not that stupid. But I don't bother holding doors open anymore. I just walk through. If someone's behind me,
Which is sad.
Because if you're on your phone, you're going to hit that fucking door. Git. Yeah. So I got bored of it after about the 100th time when they just didn't say thank you or anything like that. It's like, really? You know.
Yeah, who knew they were going to attack politeness and shit?
Just manners.
Yeah.
Well, there's just a lot of crazy that I never thought.
manners is
yet they're doing it,
racist.
so it's absolutely ridiculous.
I
That's
still
why-
say thank you and everything else. I still make a habit because
Yeah. I definitely still do it when it's done for me.
But we're older guys.
No,
Here's
I
the
do it.
thing.
I mean, you're in the shop and someone will serve you and they don't care. They're not interested. And I'll say, please, thank you, and all that sort of stuff. And they often don't even say anything. They don't even tell you the amount that the bill is. You just hand your card over and then it's fuck off. So I still make a habit of saying thank you and that.
Yeah.
UK and meltdown, beginning of global crash.
That's
bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you talking about the we've been fucked many times before.
Yeah, they're
So,
constantly saying
we do
everything's
need
fine.
a prime minister at the moment.
You'll know exactly when things are properly. Yeah.
Well, no, they're just gonna crash the global banks, the central banks the way they are right now, and usher in, be like, oh my god, the world, we're all broke and everything. Here, let's do universal basic income, social credit scores, and a central digital bank currency that we can now monitor and keep a closer eyes for the good of the economy and everything.
Yes, and we can turn it on and off as we see fit.
So they have the money. That's what you're trying to say.
And drive the electric car that we have control over too, you dumbasses.
Well, the one that they can't do anything with after 15 years. Not even bury the fucking thing.
Those are the expiration.
I was going to say the Amish have it right, but they've been fucking with them too.
Well, and the funny thing, I'm looking at it, they're playing around with all this lithium batteries. Like Central Nevada is about to explode because there's massive amounts of lithium out there, almost as much as what's in Afghanistan.
Yeah, we discussed this the other day. We have to do certain things with batteries in my work now. We have
Well,
to
like-
take them, we have to put them in a separate container. We have to get them picked up especially and fill in forms and everything.
Okay, here's one, like the real simple thing. You can look this up in basic science books and everything. Do you know you can take red bricks, right? Red bricks we build buildings with, right? You can grind that shit up into a fine powder, compact it down, make batteries out of it that you can charge over 10,000 times. And they hold just as much electricity as a lithium ion battery. And they're completely renewable. You know what happens when it's done? It's pure carbon. You put it back, you put it on the fields, and it makes the plants grow.
Cool.
Wow.
I mean, all our houses are made out of Bath limestone around here. We haven't got any red bricks, but that's bloody cool, that is.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, it's like all this basic shit that we know as a species, and I'm like, and then when you start digging into it and you see how everything's controlled and who's there, and you're like, oh, these motherfuckers are just controlling
money.
Everything so that they can go invest in what they're controlling and make a lot
the
of
money and the power. Which,
right.
Yeah.
But they're never really looking at the bigger picture. They don't really
They
give
don't
shit
give
about
a
anything.
shit about that because they'll live on some island somewhere well away from all the burning piles of
Right.
buried cars.
But then you see the majority of people, you know, especially like anybody who's got kids and everything, they're like, I kind of want to leave a little bit better situation for my kids than what I was born
but
into.
Then the other people are burying their heads in the sand because they think it's someone else's problem. That's the problem nowadays. Not enough people will stand up and say, no, this is wrong, sort it. One or two people will. They don't give a fuck about those one or two people. It's
too big, and they got too much to lose.
Well,
I might lose my job. I might lose my 401k. What happens if I lose my insurance? Oh my God.
But if everyone turns around and says it's not acceptable, we want to change.
Yeah, the world changes when the majority turn around and raise that middle finger and go, fuck you, we've had enough.
Yeah. Which is sort of slowly happening. At least
very quickly.
Italy and a few other places. So
because they've been fucked up the ass for several decades.
Well, yes, when you literally can't eat food or have to eat a lot less food, that pisses
eat bugs.
Off. I can't eat as much lasagna all of a sudden. Fuck you, you're out of office.
Oh, but no, DJD, give it a year or two, you can have cricket lasagna. It's delicious.
Oh, don't get me started on that. The Saudi Arabians are screwed with that. Wall
eat the worms, eat the sea bugs. I'm looking around at the world, see, like, I know most of the power structures, most of like all these secret fraternities and everything, they're all offshoots of the old Babylonian mystery school shit.
Amazing.
And when you start seeing the world through that lens, it all starts making sense. Like everything that you're seeing right now, everybody being poor, broke, rivers drying up, you're gonna eat the bugs, live in the pod, and all that.
Well, that's just
this is all like a mass
pull off during the hippy dippy generation of the 60s and 70s, or late 60s, early 70s. It's just they tried to do it then and it failed miserably. They're trying to do it again now, and it's gonna fail miserably again.
But it's all occultic works because it's like a complete humiliation ritual of the species. Basically, or from their works, they have to desecrate, mock, humiliate everything that is of God's creation, everything that's good about the world, which is why you eat the bugs, you play in poop, you have orgies and mass sex and everything else. Like, you degenerate yourself into an animal so that you're desecrating your flesh, your mind, your heart, everything. That's how that shit works. So, yeah, and I'm like, they do get the results, so I gotta like look at it from their point of view. But it's like, if you're gonna fight somebody, you have to understand who the hell they are.
Steak and eggs and like some beer would be the complete opposite. That would upset them. You can't do that.
Right, because that's.
I think about this: where the average man doesn't really do steak and eggs anymore.
Like
what your health, even though they try to BS it isn't. Steak and eggs will actually do a good job. It's got antioxidants like crazy. I mean, it's come on, man.
They used to feed it to your guys back in World War II before a fight to give you energy.
Exactly. And then we kicked everyone's butt, so we can't do that.
You knew when you were going into battle because they gave you steak and eggs instead of the usual shit they gave you every
morning.
Mass
protein and everything. and higher iodine levels in your food, which actually has been shown to increase overall IQ and everything by about 15 to 20 points.
Yeah. Well, I stockpiled iodine by coincidence recently, just in case we have any Chernobyl incidents all over again. Yeah. It's like, let me beat the
I
punch.
don't want to survive
buying
if there's a
iodine.
nuclear war, for fuck's sake. What's the point?
God, this is some sad timeline.
It is, isn't it?
Just like the 80s, guys.
I thought we got through one Cold War. I already went
we
through
gotta
one.
have another one. We gotta have another one.
Good
Oh boy.
Lord.
Well, you guys are you guys familiar with natural law at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically everything we're living right now, look at it through the lens of natural law and tell me it is in a desecration of all of it.
Absolutely.
Flipping everything on its head, basically trying to rewrite the code that's been there since creation began.
Yes, it's
but
ridiculous.
humanity has always been the most destructive power on the planet.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, we're still in our infancy. Personally, I think our species, because look at what we've accomplished so far when we just collectively believe in something. Look at what manifests. It's almost like we have this power. If we believe in something enough, it will manifest that. We'll start to understand sciences better. We'll start to build shit and everything else. We'll start to actually manifest what we're seeing collectively as a species.
Well, that's when they concentrate on it. Yeah, but most of the time, medical advancements aren't done until there's a war. Because they won't invest the money all the time in it normally.
Look at the United States after Pearl Harbor. Everybody got behind the war then.
Just look at any of the great empires that have ever existed. Look at what they built and what they accomplished just with collective belief alone. And then it manifested into collective action.
Yeah, but then you have people that take up. I mean, ancient China, fantastic. I mean, they can't even figure out half the stuff that they invented and things like that. But then you've got other cultures, like the Mongol hordes and things like that. They're only interested in destroying. And, taking over
just
stuff.
Want to see it burn.
Yeah,
they want it, but they're not interested in developing or anything like that. They just want to take over stuff for stuff's sake. So there's a dichotomy. There's two sides. There's some who want to create, and others who just want to take or destroy.
Yeah, it really comes down. It's almost like all the shit a person can say and everything. Their actions actually speak louder than any of their words. Because you can lie and tell people you're one way or another, but when it comes down to it, you're going to act on natural law, your nature.
Yep. You either, do it or don't. No point just bluffing and talking about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to live in this satanic playground they're trying to make. To be honest,
it's not fun. No, it's not much fun.
I was like, look, 20 years ago, I didn't care what people were doing, in private clubs with each other. You're all consenting adults. Figure it out.
Right.
Didn't care.
Nope.
Not my business.
Not for me.
Not my problem. Yeah, man.
But do your thing. Go be happy.
The thing is, other people are deciding what you want and what you think and what you stay in. It's like that's a dictatorship. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Where you made an enemy out of people like me is when you went after the kids. The moment you did that, all bets were off.
Well,
that's because they haven't managed it with the adults. So now they're getting for the next generation. They'll screw them up. And they think they'll be their soldiers for the next generation. But all they're going to do is create a lot of people that are going to have a lot of psychological issues.
Well, they're a mental virus more than anything. Like, if you notice, they don't have kids. They don't propagate that way. What they do is go teach their ideology and their gender shit. The same almost like trauma-based mind control that was done to them as children. When they get to a certain age, they start doing that to other people's children and spread the plague.
And notice who it is that's doing this. It's usually your leftist, liberal women. That's who's teaching the kids. Doesn't matter if they're lesbian or not, but think about it. Who's teaching the kids? It's more and more pushing the left liberal side of things, you know, and then we end up with gender studies. Your gender doesn't fucking matter. Look, at the end of the day, there's two sexes, male and female, motherfuckers. So go fuck yourself with your gender bullshit.
But we discussed this the other day. A kid doesn't know what gender they are at that age. They want to know what their next toy is, what their next computer game is. They don't give a shit about any of that.
And this is us also agreeing with that, because the minute everything went and started attacking the kids, we're supposed to be protecting the kids. But we are of those 3 generations, maybe 4, that still remember and do that. What's to say for the next generation? You know, yeah, my daughter learned how to change a tire and do an oil change and has a gun and a permit and knows how to shoot and everything, right? And
Good
my
She
granddaughter
wanted to learn.
well.
It wasn't forced on her. She wanted to learn how to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But she was properly educated on how to do so. And if you have an opinion, that you can speak up, you know.
You
And
cared enough
an
to
opinion
teach
is
her.
just that, you know. If it's just your opinion, remember, it's yours. You're going to have people that aren't going to agree, but you have to also understand why they're not agreeing with you and understand their points.
That's
Not saying
thing,
that
though.
they're
You
going to
give
be
them
right or wrong. You know, again,
you
it's
give
just
them the
that,
choice.
Yes,
you let them choose.
It's not just forced on you, and this is the way it is.
No.
Well, how come? Because I fucking said so. Like, that's not the way, but that's how I see the left now and all the shit they're doing. Like, you don't have a choice. It's either this way or you're a Nazi. You know, you're a hater.
Yeah. Whatever I need to call you to justify doing you harm.
Yeah. Even though I'm batshit crazy and not making any sense. You know, it's like, yeah.
Though I'll call you after I attack you and try and destroy you and snuff you out of this world. If you hit me back, then I'm going to cry victim.
Oh, yeah. And you did this because I'm a LGBTQIRS. You know?
Right. And I'm like, here, you know what? I'm going to go solid snake on your ass, drag you behind the fucking shed, and nobody's going to see what's going on.
You're going to become the fertilizer for my maters.
Yeah. Welcome to reality.
Yeah.
For the first time in your existence.
Well, I brought this up, like one of the eras, because, you know, we all got our asses beat. Well, most of us, especially by parents, and or if not, schooling and shit was way different back in our eras. But you got your ass beat by your parents generally, you know. And then I saw it where there'd be these women that are talking with their children. It was at a pizza place, and this drunk guy wouldn't leave this woman alone. And she's like, I'm just trying to have time with my daughter. So I stood up and I was like, hey, will you fuck off? You know, and the guy got lippy with me and I just shoved him into the wall, you know, and he bounced off the wall. And then, you know, and then they look at me like I was the best. Meanwhile, this guy was harassing this woman the entire time who was just trying to have, you know, time with her kid. She told him numerous times, but I was worse than the guy harassing her because I took care of shit the way it needed to be taken care of.
No, not
I
from
asked him
that.
to sit down and shut up. He didn't listen. He got up, started getting mouthy with me. Well, I shut him up.
Next time that happens, what you do is you just look at everybody and go, he triggered me. He invaded my safe space. I felt threatened because, you know, words are violence.
And I mean, that happened like 24 years ago.
I was defending myself, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, good Lord. Yeah. I mean, but the amount of stupidity, man. And that was just one very small example where, in all honesty, the guy lunged at me. So, you know, because I just told him, hey, man, fuck off. Leave him alone. She's asked you 3 times. Fuck off, dude. You're pissing me off.
Right.
And, I mean, I wasn't working at the time, and he did have some nice rings. I was going to take his shit. I was going to kick his ass and take his shit. I was going old 80s style on this motherfucker, right? I'm like, yeah, I could sell that. And I didn't, but it wasn't until he's, you know, started getting loud and stood up and I just grabbed him and shoved him into the concrete wall. Guess what? Conversation over. Debate won.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things about free speech. People forget. It's like, yeah, you have a right to say your piece.
Yeah.
There's also another component of that. Once you realize the other person is not willing to engage on that level or anything, you also have this responsibility to realize that conversation is not going to go in either of your favor. It's going to come to an impasse and lead to bad things. So that's probably about the time you should shut your fucking mouth after you say your piece and walk the fuck away.
Yep.
And if you don't, well, if you get your ass beat, that's your fault.
Well, it's the old, again, I brought this up. It's, you'd have these kids that would talk shit to you, and then, well, you won't fucking hit me, and then you'd knock them out. I'd fucking hit them. I think it was last Wednesday we talked, or just the other day we talked about this. You know, that was the thing, though. That's how schooling was. It wasn't, oh, they're bullying me, because yeah, you did that shit, and then you got your ass kicked even more. Like, we learned a long time ago about that shit.
Yeah,
and it's, you know, was it, you know, are we better off for it? In the world that we see today, definitely, because we experienced that shit and know what it's like.
I'm the youngest of three brothers, so
yeah, but we wanted it to be a little
bullying
less
just was growing up
for the future, for the next coming up class, and so on and so forth. But then you get to where we are today. Because, I mean, I cannot tell you how many times there would be fights, not necessarily that I was in them, but I saw enough of them where one would be running their mouth. Well, you won't fucking hit. And they didn't even get the word out of their mouth. And then they were drilled, dude. It was like, it's like, oh, I won't. You know, that was kind of like that, you know, daring somebody to do something. Of course, we had a little different back
double
then.
Dog dare you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I dare you. What are you, chicken?
Like, provoke the situation. Then when they get popped, then they want to throw the whole school system, the court system, and everything at you. Like, oh, protect me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
like
somebody
got an ass whooping they deserve because they were running their cocksucker. And I'm sorry, that's how I look at it.
If I ever ran a court, I'd look at this shit like that and be like, did you provoke the situation by hanging around and running your mouth? Well, yeah. Well, then it's your fault. Case dismissed. Get the fuck out of my court.
You got what you deserve.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, for wasting my fucking time, you're paying all the court fees.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to steal that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that needs to be another thing. These people that falsely do shit, like call CPS, and then it's not a real thing, like what happened to us. You know, there's no kids here, man. They're only adults. And yes, there is a special person that lives in this house.
It pisses me off that YouTube lets them get away with the false flagging.
Yeah.
You can't defend yourself, and they get no penalty. And they do it over and over and over again. Whereas in real life, if you say you file a false police report against someone, guess what's happening to you possibly if you don't live in certain states? You are going to jail, or at least getting a stiff fine of $500 plus. That you have to pay. If not, you're going to spend some time in jail.
As it should be, though. If you're falsifying all this shit and all this time's being used and resources being wasted on something that's just bullshit, then that person, and that's how I feel. It's you know, not only is this case dismissed, but you're fucking paying their attorney fees, and it was a waste of time for them.
Exactly.
So not only did you learn something, I'm going to punish you and make you pay too, so that you really learn a lesson.
Precisely.
Yeah, don't lie.
Yeah,
there's no consequences. When I was a kid, if I did something wrong, my mum would know before I got home, because it was a tight, you know, like community. And someone would have phoned someone, and then she'd find out. And by the time I got home, I was ready for a rollick. And there just isn't that anymore. There's no consequences. You know?
Unfortunately.
No.
Or you have to go through a lot of paperwork and red tape to get the consequences.
And then you know, you have to prove
like I'm sure me and a few others have had to do it, unfortunately.
See, I fought for the kids, though. Like, the kids would come home and be like, this happened. And then I go to the school and be like, all right, what the fuck? Like, one of them, they were doing the CPR test dummy, and, like, she got bleach in the girl's eye. And it's like, well, what the fuck? You know, teacher, you know, slow the fuck down. Like, come on. One of the best ones was there was a side door that all these kids would go out. And then the security guard yelled at one of her cousins about it. And I'm like, okay. I asked the security person, are you fucking stopping all these up? Well, she's the only one I saw. I go, she just sat there and told you 17 people went out that door. I said, she doesn't have to listen to you. As a matter of a fact, she has been informed that if you approach her, that you are a scumbag and that she feels you're coming after her to attack her. So she has every permission to defend herself, which includes spraying you with mace, kicking you in the balls, and if they would allow guns, shooting his ass with a tase gun, you know.
Yeah.
But you can't have tasers or anything like that.
You can't have tasers.
No, but again, that's that's my approach.
My
I'm
pepper
like, they
spray is
didn't know
quite
how to
effective on a
handle
lot of these
somebody like me,
candy
D.
asses. So.
But D, they didn't know how to handle someone like me because I listened to the kid and I'm like, well, look, unless you're going to be standing at that door and not fucking move, I don't want to hear you ever approaching any of my kids, let alone this one. She's been told to flip you off and tell you to go fuck yourself. You know, she has my permission. You know, and the wife's like, whoa. And I'm like, no, fuck this. This is retarded. They're literally picking on her for going out a door. Because basically she'd walk out the side door and then you'd walk down the alley and you'd be at our house. Otherwise, you had to like walk all the way around, you know.
Which is idiotic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she was doing something smart, and it's not like she was the only one that did it.
Well,
But she
fucking
would stop
door.
because the guy would say stop because she had manners and was told to listen to, you know, people, you know, and
Yeah,
whatnot.
everyone else ignored that security guard.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's safer for those kids to not have to walk around and then go a longer way. And a door's a fucking door.
Yeah.
There's no point in being there otherwise. It's used for entry and exit.
Oh, don't get me started on right now with the doors that are being blocked off for your safety and COVID and all the other crap.
Yeah,
if you notice that, like certain department stores and other places, doors that used to function 5 years ago have now been locked off for efficiency or whatever else excuse they're making up now, which is ridiculous because it's faster to my car going through that door, but I got to go all the goddamn way around to get to my car.
Yeah,
because I'm not allowed to go through that door anymore because of disease or efficiency or whatever else.
We had a shop that did
nonsense they want to make up.
Yeah, we had a shop that did exactly the same thing. I had to go through a car park, which was more dangerous for me because I was on foot, rather than using what used to be the pedestrian access entrance, which they closed off and never reopened. And every time I went to that shop, I had to walk through a fucking car park.
It's like Walmart, dude. They herded everybody in and out of one set of doors. I'm like, that's the most stupidest thing you could fucking do. Like,
well, yeah, at the
people to
peak
enter
of
one and exit
ridiculousness,
the
they
other.
did that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
but I
that.
mean, that was a test for the shit, you know. And then they, as you said, they haven't reopened it, Brent. You know, it's still closed.
Walmart and Target both did the ridiculous thing of like, at least if the lingerie or some kind of clothing section was at the front of the store, they would have you go through that, do these weird barriers to then be herded into these specific lines and then 6 feet apart to then leave the store, which was insane. If you've already properly designed the store a certain way and it's been that way for years, why, because of COVID, did you just make these weird pathing issues inside your stores? It blew my mind when I saw it then. It still bothers me now. And some stores in California still do that crap.
Oh, they don't do it here. But I had one day during COVID, I walked into a shop and it had stickers on the floor. I didn't know because they weren't there the day before because I literally went in that shop every day.
Yeah.
2 people were standing right near the entrance, so I couldn't get past them. So I walked the other way. And then the fucking cashier said, you can't go that way, follow the arrows. So what about these 2 gits right next to the door so I can't get past them because we're supposed to be keeping distance at the moment? What am I supposed to do? You're not kicking them out, are you? So I went up to him and said, so I went up to him. I said, guys, we can't get in properly. You're going to buy something or leave? So, fucking stupid bastards.
Well, that was like, I was dying when they would have the little sneeze guard shit down, you know, like that's going to protect them. I'm like, you guys are like, when I was smoking cigarettes, going to get cigarette, like that was my favorite, when somebody would be like, oh, you're not, well, I'm here to get cancer. What the fuck, man? Like, I'm not worried about COVID. I'm over here giving myself cancer, you know, fuck off. Like, get away from me before.
And by the way, all that money they did to alter all their stores, they totally passed that on us. Besides the inflation jacking up prices, they also jacked up prices to cover all the COVID expenses.
I mean, food. Bloody ridiculous. There used to be food I used to buy, which was one certain price, and now it's 4 times the fucking price. It's like, this is the same food. What the hell? It's in the same packet, it's the same size. Why is it 4 times fucking dearer? Bastards.
What's got me, though, is if we go back 2 years and you take news clippings of stuff that happened then that we have the answers to now, we're still not getting any justice.
Yeah.
That's the other problem. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, you made all the people do this, and on Australian TV come out and say that it wasn't about the science, it was to see how far you could go. And people haven't fucking lost their shit worldwide and shared this shit out, and we're not knocking on a certain Fauch's door and getting that justice that we were talking about, because we're never going to see it through the courts.
I expect he's going to have an accident with toilet roll before long.
I'm thinking so, man.
Earth. Yeah. When it comes, when the shit really starts hitting the fan, these people are going to disappear conveniently in automobile accidents and things like that, suicides. So there'll be never anyone held accountable.
No, of course not, because that would be taught a lesson. We can't do that.
Yeah.
And it is a sad day when we're in our ages that we are, and we are the old men now. I mean, DL's got us all beat. He's the elder on the panel for a reason. And the shit this man's seen, I've noticed it more now where I go back and look at some of the decades when I was younger, what I didn't see, but I lived through. So the 80s, looking the early half of the 70s and then into the 80s.
Yeah.
And then I look at how every 10 years it's the same bullshit. It fucking
give or take,
stuff with war stuff, and it's not gotten any better in the 47 years I've been on this planet. And then you can add
it's just the severity of it is, it hasn't been like this in a long damn time.
No, yeah. And if not, we're speaking depression time is the last time like that, and we're not even.
Like I said, for certain people, I'd say the 70s, 80s would be the closest thing, because they felt that massive spike, and they were like, stagflation, which lasted way too damn long. I think it was the effects of it were basically 5 years, but the side effect to it was a massive homeless problem in the 80s. So they're trying not to repeat that mistake again right now, but they're doing a miserable job of it.
Yeah, well, bringing more people.
Because we're going to have a shit ton of tent cities. Here's the pros of this unfortunate situation. You can kind of get away with more. Like, you can tell somebody to go fuck themselves much easier than, say, you could 5 years ago. So
I never had
in the 1980s.
Yeah,
so
I never had a problem telling people to fuck off.
I know that, but I'm just saying in general discourse. It's just, I like... the other bonus would be like you're left alone much more. There's no way around it. You can go Audubon all over America right now. I'm sure state to state, because I see it all the time. We don't do it, but it's like I'm seeing fuckers going 100 miles an hour constantly, and cops aren't doing a damn thing.
Nope.
Fuck at all. And so basically the rule of law when it comes to certain things is gone, just like it was back when. They don't give a shit. They're not going to enforce that law. They didn't enforce it in the 80s. They're not going to enforce it for now. I'm sure in 10 years it'll be back to enforcing it. But for right now, fuckers are going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, it has fads where things come and go every 10 years, but it's not worth the paperwork.
Are y'all old enough to remember when they had the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit?
Yeah, that's dead right now. I mean, the signs are still up, but enforcement of it is gone.
Well, if you look across the board with civilization right now, all the social contracts are broken.
Yeah.
And the laws are basically so corrupted from within and have so many ins and outs that you can play depending on, what side of the barrel you fall on. But it's literally just turned into such a mess that I kind of get why the elites want to reset it, because the old Hegelian
they want to reset it to their agenda. I mean,
right. Go read Albert Pike. 100 years ago, this dude sat down and basically we're living everything that they put down on paper right now. We've already lived through it. 2 world wars, destabilization,
the library,
long walk through the institutions, all of it. Color revolutions, all of it. And people don't understand. I'm like, the ones at the top, there's a reason why, we make jokes about the Illuminati and all that sort of stuff, because a lot of it's real. It's old mystery Babylon school crap. That's who's in charge. Always has been. From one empire to the next. These people have been in charge for thousands of years. From within. and always by proxy. That's how they operate.
Do you know what the book's called? Because I'm getting a lot of Freemasonry stuff.
Here, let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, I've literally just coming up with Freemasonry, Morals and Dogma, the Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry.
Yeah, that's the one. Morals and Dogma, the Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite.
That's fair. Okay,
that's a good one. Esoterica is another good one. Like, he wrote several books. I suggest reading basically anything that man wrote is what the World Economic Forum, like I said, all the secret fraternities, Skull and Bones, all that sort of stuff. Those are all offshoots of the Mystery Babylon schools, like different branches, depending on where they are in the world. Same thing with the Blue Law. Well,
I mean, without reading anything else.
Well, you'll start to see like all the power structure throughout the world for thousands of years has all been occultic in nature. All of it. Okay. And it's, I don't know, it's kind of crazy once you start digging into it and you start seeing it. And then you walk out into the world and you're like, wait a minute, I'm looking at all the buildings where all the power lies and stuff like that. And I'm seeing those symbols on their buildings. Like, what the hell's going on?
The man behind the monument.
Yeah, it's all around you all the time. We're just not taught any of this stuff. Only the initiated and their offspring are.
Oh, there's an annotated version, so.
And, you know, the occasional initiate with a lot of potential. They do look for those. They do like new blood every once in a while, but you got to be a very special person.
I have to do a little investigating here.
Yeah, like I said, there's so much crazy stuff in the world, and when you start piecing it all together, you're
I can get these sort of books, so I will.
It's a lot of reading and a lot of heavy subjects, and it's going to offshoot into all sorts of esoteric occultism and everything else. But serious, anything with like the Mystery Babylon schools or anything like that, highly suggest reading up on all that, because the modern world that we're living in will start making a lot more sense.
Yeah, well, I like all my history stuff and everything, so I think I'll pop that on my to download list. Cool.
So, yeah, that was one that Tommy shared. So yay or nay on the candy corn? Where does everybody on the panel stand for candy?
Yuck.
I've never had it, so I don't know. Is that like toffee apple?
No, but I'll send you some, and then you can have some, and Ma can have some. You'll be fine.
Well, I don't know what a candy corn is. What's a candy corn?
You'll find out.
You'll find out.
It's like fake honey and pure sugar.
Yeah, so it doesn't have any.
If you eat it with peanuts, if you eat it with peanuts, it tastes like a payday candy bar. So
I used to like them because you could put them on your canines and run around with like candy corn vampire fangs.
That was
oh, you did that too, huh?
Yeah. Well, I think every kid did at one point.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was the best part about that. Tasted like shit, but
bonus is you could use them with a slingshot. And disclaimer ready. Use it with a slingshot. It's quite effective.
Yeah,
the little pumpkins. Those are,
because those little things were goddamn hard as hell.
The little pumpkins.
Oh god, yeah, dude. Like I never thought to shoot it out of a slingshot.
Those things are red brick. You could probably use them to power up a Tesla car.
And even
I don't know what these candies you guys have.
Yeah, dude, most America
there goes. Oh boy.
Pure chemicals and sugar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember back.
You've already got the Beatus, so you'll be fine.
Back in the day, they used to give you.
The beer is my treat. I'm not a sweet person. Take that any way you want, Giggity. I just don't like sweet things. I don't. I'd rather have savory stuff than sweets and things like that. So.
Right, I'm kind of with you on that one. It's like maybe every couple months or whatever, I'll get a craving for chocolate, and I'll go get like a Toblerone or something like that.
Oh, I mean, if I'm feeling funny, I've got biscuits to eat, but normally have to eat
Funny
them.
haha or
I think because they're going to run out
funny,
of their expiry date's going to come in. But yeah, not sweets and that. I don't really. Mints to stop me going hypoglycemic. That's about it. So.
Yeah,
There you
just
go. There's what
eat
you
some
need.
fruit.
A candy corn pizza.
Mmm.
Oh, yum.
Oh, that's a candy corn, is it?
Yeah.
That's candy corn, yeah.
So I thought it was like a sweet corn put in syrup or something, and then
No.
Right.
Some of them have chocolate on it.
So you can put those in a gun and just shoot your heart, and cut out the middleman having
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, sugar.
Put them on a pizza, and then there's always.
You can't put them on pizzas. You don't put. What the hell? Own prostate exam.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is like the Turkish doctor that did me when I had my appendicitis. Oh.
Yes, and you know what? You may have to check a couple thousand times in a single sitting just to make sure.
Oh, Lindsay's not with the candy corn. She says no, puke.
No, puke. Yeah.
Hey, I will say one thing candy corn does make something really cool out of is if you melt it down and mix it with a nice hydrogenated vegetable oil and then infuse it with a little bit of mentholated alcohol, makes almost like napalm.
So you've been told.
Right. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Cover your ass there. You don't want to say it makes.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
I've never tried
there
it.
are some crazy villains on the internet, and the stuff they put out, you read up on it, and you're just like, wow.
And you're putting that stuff in your mouths. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
Not all at one time.
I'm still trying to figure out those girls that glued themselves to the wall after dumping shit on that painting. I would have just ripped their fucking hands off that wall, fingers, skin left behind.
Well, it's like I said about those VW guys. They left them there. They turned off all the lights and fucked off. Result, you twats. Just leave.
Well, there's also something else you can use candy corn for that's really kind of useful. If you basically put it in, oxidize it, just kind of put it in a dry, slightly heated, maybe 160, 180 degrees for about a day or so. It oxidizes. You can crush it down into powder, and it becomes an accelerant. It's almost a similar compound to what they use in bottle rockets and stuff like that.
Yeah, they did that with gummy bears or jelly babies on Mythbusters, didn't they?
Yeah, it's just, sugar, you can do some pretty cool things with sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar craft is what I used to do with sugar. Get a little ladle and, melt it and make silly little fucking shapes. But
always keep a close eye with anybody who's got any background in chemical engineering or anything like that.
Or sugar. That seems to be the two warning signs. I like sugar and chemistry. Terrorists!
Yeah, put them on a list.
Yeah.
You like candy
corn?
corn?
At the sweet factory? Because I need ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, you know what? Candy corn would come in really handy in an apocalypse type situation.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
Well, you can make self-defense things out of it. Flares and stuff like that to call for help. You can make alcohol out of it. Depending on how you
alcohol.
There's a top and a bottom and a middle and everything that you can kind of skim off. The top you can use for topical, if you want to cure leather or disinfect a wound or something like that. It's similar to wood alcohol kind of.
Did you guys put this stuff in your mouth?
Okay. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Never trust a chemist, bro.
No. Well, actually, I think a chemist would be quite a handy person to have in the apocalypse. But as I said earlier, I'm not too keen on surviving a worldwide apocalypse, to be perfectly honest. So.
I'm as much as horror and terror and everything else. I'm I think I want to do the Lord of the Rings thing, go to Mount Doom and all that. I think that'd be worthy. Like I want to see the great evil. Yeah, like I want to.
No,
I want to see some biblical shit in my time.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not.
It just kind of. If this is what the world's going to bring about, like I at least want to see the end of the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
I'd rather not go this route. I was kind of enjoying the world, getting over its bullshit and kind of being all nice
someone will always fuck it
for
up
a bit.
but it's no.
That was kind of nice. Like we had some quiet and peace, and people were leaving each other alone. If they couldn't get along, they left each other alone. I was like, that's the way it should be. Like eventually, maybe in a generation or two, you guys will have something you agree upon, and then alliances can form and stuff like that. But don't try and force things. Quit trying to just let it happen the way it's supposed to happen, instead of trying to get up in the middle and subvert expectations and all that crap.
Yeah, I don't think I want to end up as someone's spit roast in the evening.
Right, exactly.
Don't
you want to wake up tomorrow and be like, this is cool, we don't have any chemtrails, we actually have nice puffy clouds, people aren't trying to kill each other, like they're just kind of leaving each other alone, doing their thing, growing food, having kids,
because several billion of them have already died, and those aren't those aren't fluffy clouds, that's fallout.
Oh, now you're where I'm at right now. They've been spraying us. I can always tell when they're
that
spraying.
blinkered vision out, and those any more chemtrails would be more missiles being launched. But no, you're all right.
Yeah, exactly.
What's on the menu tonight? The neighbor from number 44.
Hey, look,
Suffer
Neil
from
deGrasse Tyson just told us the other day. Modern nuclear weapons don't produce a whole lot of radiation, so a limited nuclear war wouldn't be too bad. It might actually help global warming.
I don't know.
Yeah. No shit.
It might.
I'm not worried about the damn
It's going to
climate
take away
whatsoever.
the infrastructure that you want. So you're waiting for that Amazon parcel that's never going to come because the distribution hub got nuked because it just happened to be in Washington, D.C. Nah, you're all right. I'll pass on that. Stop that.
Well, a word from the guinea pigs.
Many guinea pigs suffer from specious behavior. Do you know of any guinea pig that has suffered from bigotry or anti-pigism? Let us know and call 1-800 The Guinea Pig Collective. Operators are standing by. Many
guinea pigs are so cute.
Yeah,
they make lovely noises. I'm not a guinea pig, but I used to look after my niece and nephew's guinea pig when they used to go on
I
holiday.
heard they taste good too.
Those
whoa. That's the wrong thing to say. No. They do eat them over in their native country, but they're cute. They make little funny noises. Their noses are
You know what?
funny.
The only reason the guinea pigs are at war with the gerbils is because of Richard Gere. So,
oh god,
they're still very upset about that.
We're bringing it back to the 90s, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell! That would have been trending at least for a couple of days if we had anything like that back when. Shit.
What's this Richard Gere thing?
Oh, you haven't heard?
He may have had a medical accident.
No, I haven't heard. Pray tell.
I'll let Fedorable say it. I'm sure he'll say it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Fed.
Someone cut his nuts off.
I'll do it then. So pretty much, Richard Gere allegedly went into a hospital emergency room with guinea pigs shoved up his ass.
Oh,
allegedly. We don't know how they got there, but
we can assume how they got there.
Did you just say guinea pigs, plural?
Yeah, national fucking, that National Enquirer kind of story.
It was a whole herd of pigs.
They never definitively proved if it happened or not, but the rumor has stuck with him since the 1990s to today that Richard Gere had gerbils shoved up his ass.
I hadn't heard that one. I know the one from Jackass where he literally stuck a toy car up his ass because I saw
the itchy and scratchy.
Well, yeah, we got to see that one, unfortunately, on camera.
Guinea pigs, plural. I mean, when did he think that it was a bad idea? When it's like 2, maybe 3.
Well, hey, man, the shit you will do to get on the A list. You know, like everybody talks about the casting couch, but they only want to talk about the one
there's
that
a guinea
goes
pig couch as
the
well.
other way. They don't want to talk about that other one.
Oh, God. The poor fucking guinea pigs as well. Oh, dear.
No, the gerbils, man. Yeah, that's why the guinea pigs are pissed off, because the gerbils were showing favoritism. They actually got on the casting couch.
It doesn't matter what they it's fucking right.
Like guinea pigs have been shut out of the industry forever. Poor bastards.
Is that how they keep young? By sticking
By the
those
way,
things
if you
up their
wanted
arse?
to get even crazier, the one who
This
started the damn
this one
rumor
last week.
was Sylvester Stallone.
Repeat.
Sylvester goddamn Stallone is the one who started the turbo rumor.
Adam, I can already tell this is going to be high quality entertainment.
You need to fucking quit, stupid fuck!
Yep.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Just another Saturday.
I just can't get over.
Like, here, let me pre-knock myself out on the side of your truck so you can knock me out even easier.
No kidding.
And then I'll get up and be like, he assaulted me.
The lonely brain cell, you know, there was only one, and I just got knocked out. You know, it's like, no.
There can only be one.
Mm-hmm. You better believe it, man.
He didn't keep it for one. For long, did he?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there can only be one. Good lord. His wings probably made out of plastic anyway, and he knew it.
Yeah,
wouldn't do that on a fucking metal fender, that's for sure.
You know, it's things like that you see, and you go, yeah, I can kind of see why the elites are like, 95% reduction.
Yeah, Darwin was right.
It's not that there's too many people on the planet. They're just saying the majority of it, but they're omitting. That's how they lie, is they omit those little words. There's too many stupid people on the planet.
So they're being polite. I'd just come out and say it. You're fucking stupid.
Dude, if there were 6 billion people that were all super productive and, smart, well, kind of, well,
by now.
Right, exactly. That's kind of what the transhumanism movement and all that's about. It's like, look, there's just too many stupid people on the planet. Like, this is going to take too long for the rest of humanity to catch up. So here, we're just going to do some gene splicing and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some social engineering. We're just going to hit you from every angle. And the ones that survive, they'll be the ones that build the future colonies and everything. The rest of you are going in the ground as fertilizer.
Yeah.
Or a biohazard at best.
It could be biohazard. I think certain amounts of technology have made people dumber. Jesus Christ.
We'll just spray on the crops and feed them to your children.
This is
like now here, we have to dial the fucking area code. We haven't had to do that.
Dude, they're already doing it here in California. Have you ever heard of alkaline hydrolysis? It's where they liquefy a body using alkaline solution, right?
I've heard of that, yes.
And then they collect all the gold. And this is what most people don't realize. Your body, you have trace amounts of gold, silver, platinum, a whole bunch of really useful stuff floating around in your bloodstream and in your muscle tissues and stuff. Well, they get to keep all that when they liquefy you. And then they take that liquefaction, and usually, like right now, they're just dumping it back into the municipal water supply and have been for several years now. So everybody in California is drinking dead people. You're welcome for that. But they also are allowed to take that solution, the sludge that's produced from the biologics, further breaks it down using certain microbes and everything, and they're spraying it on the crops that are now considered organic food. Isn't that wonderful? So you can either have the GMO or the stuff that's grown with your dead people.
I like it. So it's not organic because it's got human beef in it.
Yeah, right, and all the chemicals and shit that are in your body.
Exactly.
So Adam, all that food you're going to send me at Christmas.
How do you want the same poison? What narrative do you want us to feed it to you in?
Beef. It's not for dinner.
Right.
So I said, some of the shit they're doing to humanity right now is absolutely just sick. And you look at it, like I said, you have to start looking, once you understand like Mystery Babylon School and occultism, stuff like that, how it all ties in with power structures and family bloodlines and all this shit. You start piecing it together and you're like, oh my God, we really are ruled by a bunch of really evil people that have been up to evil shit for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, the whole, it's like, we need to reduce greenhouse gases and CO2, net carbon zero and everything. And I'm like, hey, asshole, do you not realize what plants eat? What do they eat? Greenhouse gases. What do they produce? Nitrogen, oxygen, all the shit we breathe.
That was basic.
Oh yeah,
They
and they
taught
help
us in
regulate
elementary school.
And more plant life. You get better, more temperate conditions, more stable rainfall, stuff like that, instead of big storms and all that. I'm like, wow, it's almost like you're moving us in the opposite direction, trying to kill off most of the life on the planet. You're trying to like mass ritual sacrifice everything. They've been doing it with kids, like Planned Parenthood and all that. You know what? 84 million and counting, something like that.
Yeah.
You ever see the chickens where they're eating chicken McNuggets?
Oh, that was ruthless, dude. That's cool though. Feeding them spinach and tomatoes.
Hey,
Actual vegan chickens, man.
there you go, Raquel. There's supper.
Yeah, but that's getting them full of iron and a whole bunch of other stuff. Vitamin A, vitamin K, iron, niacin. So their eggs come out all nice and super healthy and got everything you need to like keep your brain productive. Like most powerful brain food on the planet, an egg.
Ah, yes, I remember when eggs were bad for you. Yes.
Then they were good for you.
Yeah, they used to say go to work on an egg back in the days. So they keep on changing their bloody minds.
Oh yeah.
Salmon, coffee, all that sort of stuff. Every so often they turn around and say it's good for you or bad for you.
Yeah, depending on the narrative they need.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's like what was the
I just keep on drinking and eating it.
Oh yeah, like playing video games can cause teenagers to have heart attacks.
Really?
I was like, wow, last week it was climate change.
Well, you know, if you spend more money, you can help fight climate change.
I'm like, God damn these smart factors of the universe that are like picking very certain and very specific moments to steer the narratives.
Yeah.
Amazing how the universe works like that.
It's uncanny, isn't it? It's almost as if it was planned.
Yeah, exactly. Here.
Maybe.
Have another spoonful of bullshit and buy it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to cover ourselves, otherwise we might disappear over the next few days. Yeah, allegedly. We do not condone anything that we say.
Full of bullshit.
I'm just like, most of what I'm looking at though in my lifetime, I'm just like, yeah, I've always been on the side of life, and a lot of this shit that I'm seeing is very anti-life. And there's less than 1% of the biodiversity that's ever existed on this planet alive right now. That's everything, all the microbes, the worms, the parasites, us, all the animals, plants, all of it. And I'm like, it's almost like when we had, if you go back, like if you notice the climate scientists, they only want to deal in the past 600 years, maybe they might go back 1,000 years. Right?
Yeah, they started doing that, which upset me, which is why I.
But if you go look through the Paleolithic record, I'm like, wow, it's almost like when you have these vast amounts of greenhouse gases, all of a sudden you get big ass plants, you get more stable weather systems, you get more biodiversity, more life cultivated. It's almost like the planet used to be really fucking green and like a paradise on at one
able
point.
To counteract the evil fucking humans, which, as I said earlier, is the worst thing to happen to civilization and the planet in general.
Desecration of the divine, man. That's what they're all about.
Yep.
Reduce it. Divide and conquer it. Do whatever you got to do to reduce it.
I guess we weren't created in God's image then, unless he's a cunt.
From what I've read in the Old Testament, yeah, he had a period where he was acting like a fucking drunk stepfather, but
that's probably when he created us then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, probably.
But you know, it's like I gotta cut the dude some slack. I'm like, you did wake up in the void. You didn't have teachers or parents or anything. You just woke up alone in the dark and had to create all this shit on your own. You're gonna make a few fuck ups here and there. You're gonna.
I don't know, he's God. It's
Maybe
sort of
not
like in
even
the job
fuck ups.
title.
Just,
You
let's see
don't
how
need
the
a guide when you're
possibilities.
God. You create the guide. So.
Like giving humanity free will. It was like, let's see what happens.
Yeah. And let's let them learn how to use tools. That's gone well. Yeah. There's now more tools than fucking tools, if you know what I mean.
Oh, and here, let me these fallen fuckers in my kingdom, like I've had to consider the possibility that this is all just like a stress test on us to begin with.
Okay. See who breaks and who doesn't.
Right, exactly. It's like I went through this and I need you to go through this so you can understand where the fuck I'm coming from. Lived experience. You need to understand my truth, bro.
Okay. Maybe.
I've had to consider that possibility because I'm like, you know,
create
that's kind
and
of
destroy.
Right. Parents sometimes have to step back and let their kids make mistakes and learn from them.
Yeah.
It's really hard for them to do, too. I've watched shit my friends went through with their kids, and I'm like, yeah, I would have took a belt to their ass. And went to jail for it.
It would have been worth it.
No, it's not that it's worth
my
it.
parents love me enough. Yeah. I can count on two hands how many times I ever got a spanking in my life, and trust me, I earned every single one of them.
Yes, I know that feeling, and that's the problem nowadays. There is no, teaching, proper teaching.
No. Right.
You learn your lesson.
If you spank me, I'm going to call the police.
I know. I learned my lessons. You don't.
Well, that's why they were eating Tide Pods and shit.
Yeah.
Because mom or dad didn't walk in. They were like, no, baby, don't do that. That's really bad or anything. If my mom had caught me doing that when I was a kid, she would have smacked the shit out of me and been like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, the way these kids became total
you don't eat soap.
Well, yeah, I was intelligent
enough.
It's like,
as a parent, and you can't discipline your kid or you'll go to jail. Go ahead and eat it, you little mouthy cunt. You're going to learn real quick. Or maybe you won't. Keep doing it.
Well, yeah, this is kind of what's destroying us as a species. We're removing consequences and accountability, but only for certain groups.
Yes, true. Absolutely.
Because we know these other groups over here, like statistically, they, even when you remove all the rules, they still kind of self-regulate and everything. They don't go all chaotic and civilization ending destruction and shit. So we'll give these groups over here, because they have a historical precedent with this. Like, you let them off the chain, they'll fucking destroy your shit every time.
Right.
And it's every group. Like I said, everybody always, they want to cover it up with racism, sexism, or anything else. And it's like, no, every single group ideology that exists in humanity, collectively, they all have that inside group that wants absolute dominance and supremacy over everything else, and they're willing to sacrifice, do whatever to get it.
Yeah.
That's every group on the planet.
Well,
and then all the dumbasses end up fighting over all the shit that they all put on the table to basically move the board in their favor.
Yeah. Everything since humanity. I mean, there's always been a hierarchy, and there's been worse hierarchies than others. But these guys nowadays, they're not doing too bad to compete with the other ones. They're not quite on the same level, but they're getting there. I hope they don't get to that level, but we'll see. Because they're getting away with a lot of shit.
Yeah, I kind of get the feeling, though, like a lot of the stuff that they're doing just out in the open and just, just kind of rolling with it and going, well, nobody's calling us on our shit, so let's just see how down the crazy trail we can go.
Yeah, even PayPal did it the other week, though, didn't they?
I kind of think it's being allowed to happen so that it shows people exactly how things really are.
Well, yeah, because people don't want to lose what they've got, because even though they don't have a lot, losing even more would really suck, so they won't stick up for themselves.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't have a backbone, it's the fact that they're afraid are the consequences, which someone said earlier.
Yep.
You know, it's unfortunate when you're supposed to live in a free world, democracy, and all that stuff, and you can't speak out when there's injustice there.
Well, this is why history has, the tales of the great heroes and villains, and then what is the majority of civilization? The victims, the ones that are crying out for a hero to save them from the villain.
Yeah, but everyone wants someone else to do it.
Right.
They won't take the impetus to become that. You don't have to be a hero. Just stick up for yourself, for fuck's sake.
Right. Just say
Doesn't
no.
mean you're a hero.
Just say no. I'm not going along with this. This is stupid.
No, absolutely.
Well, that sure didn't work out very good for the guy in the truck.
Right?
Well, at least the electric car got through. Oh, and
Yeah.
that's a German car with an Italian flag on it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Ooh,
I have no idea what this is.
that
It
must
just
be
popped up
Russian
next,
because it
so
just fell
we'll
apart.
watch it.
Oh, look
My
at it.
God,
Oh,
this
there goes.
is this a cannonball run or something? What is this?
I don't know. It's something on Facebook.
I don't know, but
you're
this
not
is
going
going
to
to
do
be
very
awesome.
well, are you? Oh dear! Oh my! Oh, he's on the
boy.
line. Call 911. I can hear a train. Oh.
Well,
down. Not anymore. That's a bloody big hole.
what
You know what? This is the 2023 Western Civilization Edition simulator.
That's not how explosions work. Oh
how
my
much longer is it
Lord.
going to be before they actually have
Is this
death
just about
race?
collisions and damage and
Yeah,
stuff
no
like that?
shit.
Yeah, we already do it. They're direct energy weapons. They're ion lasers, basically.
Oh, look at that
TIE fighter tech.
Oh, that was a cool school bus. That one isn't.
Oh, fucking kids.
That's wrong.
They were all eating Tide Pods anyway. Who cares? Yeah, you know what? You fill it up with enough cars, it'll be fine.
This is Cannonball Run. It's gotta be.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
he's like,
common sense.
I'm not fucking my ride up, hombre.
Why isn't there a police car on the other side of the road?
Rider.
Oh, that's straight up Cheech's car. He's like, hey, Holmes, I ain't fucking my ride up.
Oh, looks like he. Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Here comes the train.
Right.
There's another train. No one phoned through the train station. The line's out.
Oh, and the train goes in the hole, too.
Oh,
Nice.
Now we know why diesel prices are so high.
Yeah.
This explains so much.
Yeah.
Yep. That explains a lot.
See, this is what happened with
this is what
Tartaria,
happened.
man.
This is what happens when Booty Judge is in charge of transportation.
Now, you know what's going to be crazy is when the sun does its micro flare, and then the Earth goes through its full magnetic flip, and the whole surface of the Earth liquefies for about 24 hours.
That's going to be painful. You're going to need to get some
Will be
factor
super
for that.
mud floods all over again.
Oh, mud floods would be the people.
It'll be this, dude. You just watch like giant sinkholes open up.
What?
and
We're going to
entire
melt.
cities
Our
fall
eyeballs will
in.
fucking melt out of our eyes. We'll be able to see anything. Guys,
People
I'm
drowning
playing
in
now.
quicksand everywhere.
Yeah. Everything inside your house combusts. All your books, fucking anything else, your alcohol. Oh, God, your food.
Wait, was that a bus with airplane wings on it?
That's what we just said. It's got a
dude.
Cessna on it. Oh, is he going to try and drag everyone out now, is he?
Well, he was.
They didn't fly so good.
What the hell? Oh, and now they're here. Only about 20 minutes too late.
Beaming dot drive. So yeah, I guess this is the.
He's like, they're in the hole, bro.
Oh no! The bridge is out.
This game looks pretty badass. I'm gonna have to figure out how to play this.
This is great.
What is this?
They're all crash test dummies, I guess.
Yeah, it's called Beaming Drive.
I can't see it. I got my glasses on. I still can't see what it says. Beaming
I wonder
Drive.
if they got this. Oh, by the way, if you never played Fallout 3, Epic Games has it for free.
Oh,
right
I
now.
got it on original disc.
I've never played it, so I was like, fuck it. Might as well.
I have to play it on my old Vista PC, which isn't online.
Wow!
Well, that's a good idea for a bridge. It is a crash test.
Oh. Somebody's doing cartwheels.
Oh, shipping container is doing well. Now the roofs of the cars. Not too bad. Oh, go on. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Well done.
Nice.
Bravo.
Until somebody knocks him in.
Well, they could just put 3 shipping containers. Oh, he's not going to make it. No way. Bye. Yeah.
Oh, Chad.
Oh, God,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh, this is going to be good.
I got a delivery of corn syrup and I'm getting through. No! You just broke
Fuck
the
your bridge.
Oh, we will unlock like that.
Oh, this will be fun.
We got a great big convoy. Rubber duck coming in.
Oh, it's got the auto stuff.
Oh, come on. You can't make a bridge that big out of that many logs.
He's like, fuck you, I got mods, bro.
That's got Peter. Oh, that's Peter. That's a Peter.
Well, there you be.
All the mud flaps come. That's so cool. Oh, he's been waiting all that time just across the fucking bridge. Watch the drive. Yeah.
That is especially true in every single racing game.
Oh,
Every Grand Theft Auto Saints Row. The ambulances are death traps. Oh, God.
Not a school bus.
You know what? This is like Diversity Driver Edition.
This is so accurate. Yes.
Oh my
This is going to be every road in the country in about 5 years.
Especially California.
Brutal.
God.
Great, but fucking brutal.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear. Oh, my Lord. Well, that's not going to buff out. Oh, yeah, when you really need one.
Apparently, it's
What shape is your
Italian
steering
Alps.
wheel? Good Lord.
It's the Italian Alps. Okay. God damn.
Spanish? Italian?
Okay, let's go.
All right, boys. Let's go fuck some shit up.
Was that one of the crane that can never fucking lift anything? Oh, we're safe. We don't want the car, we just need the rock. Here we go again. Oh, he's putting the legs down this time, that might help.
I just needs a big trailer on the back.
I'm literally just going to wait for him to fall over the side of the cliff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just going to pick the car up.
Why don't you pick the fucking rocks up? Great, you're still leaving an obstruction, but at least we picked up the car and we've killed the driver.
He's like, here, let me set you in here and knock all 3 of us off the
No
cliff.
ambulance, no fire brigade. We're not taking the driver out. He's fucked.
Rich man paid me to get his car back. I mean, he didn't care about the road.
Yeah, just didn't say about bringing him back. Just the car.
A little Bondo, it'll be fine.
and that's how you clean the scene of a crime.
I see. Oh, what are you doing? No,
About to do something really stupid.
Going badly.
Don't
Where's
push
the
the
police
rocks
car
down.
gone?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he just found the police. Oh no, he didn't. Wow. It worked.
Now, where's the train at to hit it?
Right.
That truck will probably just fucking drive it.
Or he's gonna drive off the side of the road and dump it on the ones below. Oh, no, they're gonna hit a fucking bus full of kids head on.
Just on the corner. Not again. Oh, now there's fire.
Oh, well.
Get the kids out. Oh, no, it's locked.
Oh, shit.
What the? Oh, lava.
Lava. How cool.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
it's like you're going to get the speed up fucking too.
Oh, you dumbass.
Oh, there's people in it.
It's like, oh no!
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'm
no
not
one
a push,
used the
man.
truck to push the bus out of the way. Just let the fucking train hit it. Oh, yes. Well done. Bravo.
Hero. I should be that.
Oh, shit.
Yahoo!
Wham.
Oh, oh, it's on fire.
Can't win them all.
Oh, I was going to be a hero. Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you deserve it in a sports car. Thank you.
He's bounding down, loading up a truck.
I mean, it turned it into a cube.
Yeah.
And here comes the train. No?
Oh, there's another get in a sports car. Oh, got through. Oh, hold on, I can the sedan and the fucking... Okay.
Well, he had skinny wheels to start with.
Would invest in fucking not retreads, proper tires.
They said that I never have to change my tire. Oh, damn.
Ooh. That is brutal physics on the tires.
All right, guys. I got to bounce out.
Yeah, no worries. You take care. It's good to have you on.
Good having you, Fed.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me on, dude.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping in, man. You know you always got a welcome spot here.
Right on. You guys enjoy the rest of Friday.
Yeah, later.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Look out for the train.
We were talking about something a while ago, and I've completely forgotten what it was. This is a bit more entertaining.
Oh, serves you right.
Well, no, because it's pink, it could have been Adrienne Barbeau, so she must be saved. Oh, that isn't saving her. Bastards.
Because Bigfoot.
He's got chasing a monster truck. Oh, that's funny.
And he flips him off as he drives home.
Oh, he's gone through
Oh,
the
look at it.
I need a wee, but I don't want to leave. Oh,
What's
no,
race?
it's double-ended. Oh,
I would have run that race too if it hadn't been for that damn
lava.
Yeah, bus getting in the way.
That's a rough neighborhood. Oh, you could do a cockpit view. That's cool.
I'd like to play this game, but I don't have no system.
I don't think my computer would play it, but I'd love to.
Like I said, this is somebody playing it on Facebook, so Yeah, I got to get more information on it. But
That'd
you
be
do.
fun.
I want to
I
see
think
if I
it'd be
can. I
fun.
don't think I can run it on this computer, but
oh, I'm sure you could.
oh my no, this thing. I mean, I've got so many books on it at the moment. It hardly handles the fucking books. So. It's only a light.
There goes the lava.
Oh dear. Oh my god! I've got a Willy. I can't walk there. I'll be back in a moment.
All right.
Oh, damn. That's one lucky son of a-
Nuts.
That helped.
Yeah, he got over real good. Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
Tasty cola, huh? But wasn't RC. Well, now you're fucked.
Yeah.
Come on, man, help a brother out. That's one hell of a chain.
Rip the bumper off.
Oh yeah, hit me in the back, you jackass. You're gonna need more than that.
Right.
Serves you right, you asshole.
Yeah, it does.
I would have got away with it too if it hadn't been for those damn kids.
This is what happens when you hire out your work to illegals. It doesn't get done. Oh, shit.
That's the lowest bidder right there.
Hey, man!
I don't care, yo.
Oh, now he's
karma.
He's like,
That's karma, bitch.
now those people by the bus ought to be laughing at him.
And then.
least you survived.
I know, at least I ride the bus. It's a very dangerous place for a railway, but...
What the hell?
They're going to derail the trains. That's just so wrong.
He's holding on to it, though, wasn't he? Yeah!
Cheering, little shits.
This is the world in 2022. Oh my god.
Oh, good.
Oh my god!
Let's go.
Oh, it's not a Beetle. It's like with Fiat. Oh, I get it. I can understand the Italian flag now. Oh! Oh, dear. Well, this isn't your normal driving game, is it?
No, I think the whole...
This is awesome.
You would just want to die.
Yeah, you deserve that. Driving your flash car. Oh, you didn't deserve this, but ooh, gonna hurt.
Maybe a little.
Oh, where's the back?
It's a zero-seater now.
His back end is in his back end.
Whoa, look! Wow, that made it over.
That is one hell of a speed bump, man.
That is a slightly excessive speed bump. Yeah, they're doing okay. Oh.
Watch the cop. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Oh, you're pushing through. Even a bus. Oh, no, not a bus. Oh, well. Someone to help him along.
Oh, he
What's
got
behind
it.
him?
Yeah. Oh, you.
Dear.
Now you're messed up.
No.
I see there's no motorcycles in this game. It's Lee Majors.
What was this show called? The Fall Guy, wasn't it?
Fall Guy, yeah.
I remember the blonde in the show The Fall Guy. She was pretty hot.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, she was. Was it Farrah Fawcett?
No, it was. I have to look it up. Heather something or another. Let's see here.
Meep. They're not doing too bad on this speed bump.
Her name is Heather Thomas.
Oh dear, I can see this going bad. Oh. Why? Why did you take that Venezuelan bus? Oh, gonna get double-ended. Oh.
Damn.
I know.
I was messed up.
They were all one day from retirement as well. Someone enjoyed it.
Bitchute.
That's got to be some impact for a train to fucking take care.
Wheels still spinning.
Yeah.
This little bastard's still going. He was.
Oh, what?
Right through the windshield.
Oh, yeah. As typical Chinese safe mode.
Yeah. You know, stack it high and sell it cheap.
Yeah. Come on, you got rear-wheel drive, you prick.
It just proves it's a clown world after all.
Yeah. Oh. He didn't pass the NCAP safety test, did he? What the hell?
I don't know.
Very Mad Max. Oh. Oh dear. In a tree.
Well, it was yellow, so it could be a banana.
It could have been a banana, yeah. And he's got orange wheels, so it could have been oranges and bananas. Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can get it on Steam.
Cool. Send me a link somewhere so I can.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Yeah, put it in Discord or something. If it's cheap enough
Look,
to buy
it's
it.
caught on fire.
Typical safety. Oh, yeah. Why didn't you go round like every other? Yeah, every other intelligent person.
Oh, yeah, you can haul off the car
For
on
everybody
fire.
that's in the chat and watches this afterwards, this is the official site.
Well, what do you expect? You're hauling off a burning vehicle.
Oh, dear.
Hey, isn't that the Jurassic Park? Oh,
I just got the fucking Jurassic Park music in my head now. Oh, I sat down for too long. I have to stand up. It's killing my knee. Oh. Go around, you muppets.
I know.
Oh. Didn't like that bumper anyway. Or that one. Yeah, I was going to say he can raise up his fucking wheels. Oh! Oh, God.
I don't feel sorry for any of them.
Shouldn't be having so much fun watching something like this.
How the gerbil story really started. The gerbil told.
Oh my God, he turned the green one into a pancake.
Heathens.
Oh my god.
You rang, sir?
The engines were still going. Oh.
Oh, goodness.
Ooh. I thought I'd make it under.
Thought it would, too. Well, I guess you don't learn until you try.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I didn't think that would make it under. Good grief.
What in the living hell is that?
Oh, here we go.
Must be in Arkansas.
Look at that chain they got with that dog. Your dog's heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't chain up dogs. No, I know you don't. Yes, I know. Oh.
I like how word they got the stop
printed. Oh, yeah. Well, they're making a bridge anyway. Another few of them. It'll be precarious, but they should be able to get through. It was Karen in her SUV until we get the kids. There we go. Stop her mum straight over. Don't cheer her. She's a bitch.
Not gonna make it.
Well, the electric. Well, he got over. He could push it back over. Ooh. June buggy didn't. Cement mixer probably won't. Christ, he did. Bloody hell.
I mean, yeah. Well, at least
And
he
he
knocked the electric car back
Yeah,
over.
he righted the electric car. Oh. Oh.
Wanker. Wanker.
Good God. Even underwater physics. I definitely know this computer won't run this game. Oh, go on. No. Keep. Oh, you should never have taken your fucking foot off that accelerator. Oh. Oh, bye. Free jumps. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Really?
He tried. At least
Yeah.
he tried.
A little bit. Not aerodynamic. Oh my God. I know he made the last one, but no. The fuck is that? Electric car, a ramp. He made it again. Little git. Oh, bye. One. Ooh-ish. Ooh, no.
Kinda.
Ish, yeah. Oh, well, he's got wings, so...
You better build up a lot more
He needs a bit of
momentum
thrust,
than
yeah.
that.
He made it! Look at that! What a boss. Oh, bit dodgy on the
Well-
landing, though. But he did make it.
Well, you know those saying, any landing you walk away from.
Is a good one.
Oh, yeah. All right. Just got my Steam loaded finally.
Oh, I'd have to reload mine because mine was on the old computer. Oh, no. Stop. 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 Put the brakes on. Well, it pays to have the engine in the rear sometimes.
Sounds like a Honda.
I'll save you. And fuck myself up.
In the process. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Good Lord, that is amazing. I don't think my computer will run it, but I'd love to have that.
Yeah, it's definitely one to check out. That's all I could say, because
absolutely,
that was pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even been interested in games in a while, but that made me go, wait a minute, I'm kind of interested in this.
Yeah, the physics and everything. I assume after a while you get bored of it, but for whatever, however long
looks
we
like
watch.
fun for hours on end.
Yeah, just watching crash after crash.
Well, you know, yeah.
I mean, that's something you could play in the background. I can record. If I bought it, play it, record it, and then just play it as background feed as we're discussing shit. You know, it's like, oh yeah, it's good. It's a good background.
Very distracting, though.
I mean, if we had topics actually, you know, like something to talk about, whatnot, but as we were just sitting there, you know, just BSing around, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, this looks kind of cool. I've not been interested in a video game like this in a long time.
No,
Now
well, they did that one that was like a battlefield simulator, and you could have different numbers of troops against other types of troops from different historical periods. That always looked interesting to me, but yeah, very interesting. Like I said, I don't think my computer's going to run that, so I'll have to watch you playing it.
I mean, that's the first thing I got to see if I can even get it for mine, because so many times, it shows it's for Windows, and I'm on an iMac.
Well, I'm on 11 at the moment, so didn't have a lot of choice.
But they've got something kind of like it. It's a taxi game that's coming soon, and that's for Apple as well. Yeah, that's the problem I have with Steam. But what's weird is I don't run the Apple shit. I run Gmail and everything. I run Google on my computer. I don't know program-wise if that'd make a difference. But it's a $24 game, $24.99.
24? Oh,
yeah,
I'd wait till it's on fucking sale.
$24.99, and it's back from 2015.
Yeah, I'd wait for a sale on that thing.
Yeah,
Is it going to be cheaper?
I'll probably go down to $9 or less.
Yeah, I'd buy it at $9, even if my computer wouldn't run it, because I get another one in the future. I can probably run it. So just still in my Steam library. You hope? Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know about current consoles. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I've got a 4. That's the most in the newest game I bought was 2K16. So, but yeah.
The most up-to-date console I got was a PlayStation 2.
I don't even have that.
I got Mega Drive, NES, SNES. I gave away a load of consoles because I do regret giving away my GameCube. I wish I kept that.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I don't even have a TV to play it on anymore. My mum had all my TVs, so they just kept on getting worn out for some reason. So, yeah. Wheel. Yeah. Wheel. Yeah. Just got an old Vista PC for gaming on proper CDs and this laptop for online stuff.
Yeah.
Shopping, not porn, allegedly.
Well, I'm sure you could run up to a certain style of game on your computer because it is a newer game. Or a newer computer and an older game, so I think you'd be able to run it. But
it is a budget one though. I got it in a haste because my other. Oh yeah, well my other PC, which would have run it, cooked itself, and this is the more modern version of that, but it's still a budget laptop, so it's not designed for games. So. Oh well, is what it is.
Yeah, I don't game much, but I'm starting to because I'm finding more and more fun just old school gaming. So that's how I'm going to be doing it. I don't know. It's either going to be on Welcome to My Madhouse or Fun University. I did a test run over there from the computer screen like now just to see, and I was able to play on the TV after I adjusted the color and whatnot. But I've got a unit that can hold my phone where I can actually zoom in, so I'll be able to zoom into the TV completely and make sure that it's good, and I can stream directly from my phone. But I can only do that on here. And on Frank's, I can't do it on the other two. But I'll figure it out. Either I'll record it and then upload it. But everybody's been having trouble with uploading lately. So, and I had some issues just doing those couple of ones I did from the phone. It took way longer than normal. So I don't know what the deal is with that shit. But worst case, it'll be on this channel and that channel and, on all of them. Because that's kind of wherever's logged in, man, I just hit go usually. I don't usually go to change it because that's just too much work.
Yeah,
it's like it's just too much like work. I'm not doing that. But we're gonna wrap it up here. You guys can go check out Vinny Tartamello at Vinnieart. He'll be going on at 5:05. What's he got it listed at? Yeah, 5 minutes. 5:05. He'll be going live. We're just gonna wrap it up here. I know DJ. We'll catch him when we can. DL, anything new with you?
Nope.
Same with Mr. Ootini. So for me, you'll catch all these guys possibly next Friday for FriYAY Fun with Friends, and maybe a few more. Later, you catch me on possibly Vinny's channel, and right after Vinny's channel at 8:05 Eastern Standard Time at Clown World Review. Links are in the description. I will be on Liars with Tony Tone Deaf and the gang. Saturday for Saturday night's main event on Etep Wokuian's Place to Be Reviews. Anywhere from 9:05 to 9:35 Eastern Standard Time, we go live over there for Saturday night's main event. The Sunday, usually Vinny's Tartamello's chill streams I'm on. And that's like, I think 8:05 Eastern Standard Time he starts. Mondays, where do we go Mondays? Mondays, we're with Etep Wokuian, the Place to Be Reviews. Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, if they end up streaming the Collectible Pass, I'll be on there with those guys. And then if not, might be doing some video gaming on one of my channels. So, upload that stuff and or play live just for the heck of it. Might be some fun. Tuesday for Tony Tone Deaf and Clown World Review for the Monday Night Retrospective, where we talk about wrestling, folks, the Monday Night Wars. That's almost every Tuesday, 8:05 Eastern Standard Time on Clown World Review. Wednesday, right back here at 4:20 for Digital Distraction. Come hang out with us on Double D. And then from there, I jump to Thursdays with Justin Proper and This Week in Bullshit. From there to Thursday night, World Class Bullshitters. Tuesday, High Council. When I can, I listen to that stuff as well. Always check out the World Class Bullshitters. That's how so many of us found each other. From Good Morning Pop Culture to I found Doomcock, and that's where I met Brent Lee and met DJ because of World Class. Through DJ, met Creepy Little Book, which is where I found DL. So, again, for me, it's always been something with World Class because that's where I found everybody. So, hell yeah, it's been a great run. And then right back here every Friday at 2:00 Eastern for another FriYAY Fun with Friends. So I hope you all have had fun. I know we all have. So take care, everyone. Have an excellent weekend. And, as always, be nice.